It's cold outside, but it's hot in here. I need to open the back door. I'm smelling up my camper. Get a plate out here, some fine china. Oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. I had hamburger and eggs for breakfast, and now I'm having hamburgers again. Look what I bought. Can't believe a damn thing I say. So, there you go. 2 big burgers. My neighbors are out there. They got their lights and kicking it in the nice. I used my burger press. They do a really good job because I just stuck it on there and mashed them down. Move this out of the way while everything dries, then I'll put it away. Over at Fred and Rafaela's today, she saw my nasty sponge. And so they gave me these gifts. They gave me a new sponge. That's the stuff I like. A big bottle of lotion because she wants me to start moisturizing my dry skin. And I use it to shave as well. So, and then they gave me, what else was it? The lotion, the sponge. Oh, a jar of vitamins, like gummies, you know. So I took over the cookies and those long things are like straws, those chocolate things with the cream in them, all gone. We made a pot of, I took her Dunkin' Holiday and Christmas blend, Starbucks, and we tried the holiday. I had already tried it. I wanted them to try it. We had a pot of coffee, and then after those cookies were gone, she had made a bunch of cookies to send to her kids all around the country.
Okay.
One in Seattle, one in Jersey.
Hey. Hey, Tim. Stop. Hey, I just gave you a minute there. All right. And I don't know about you, but the ASMR of the sizzling burgers with Tim and his miserable conversation on top of it give me a little bit of a headache. But that's how Tim was feeling the night before his birthday. And I want to thank Sour Soda Tim for becoming a YouTube member this evening. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yes, the content was transformative. Lori gifted a YouTube membership. Thank you, Lori. Awesome. Who was the lucky winner? Let me see. Carl. He will be so excited to have received a free YouTube membership. Thank you, Lori. That is so awesome. That is an awesome gift. Make sure you down below have I'm glad you're looking forward to the show. Make sure down below, everybody, that you have there's like, if you go to where my memberships are and there's a place that says join, and then you want to then say instead of joining, if you don't want to do that, you can say accept free memberships, and you can go ahead and set the memberships. And I appreciate it because I'm probably having to raise money for another attorney. No. So as you've probably heard, there's been a lot of controversy around the video that came out at Christmas and involving poor Miss Jolene. And obviously Tim, instead of taking his video down, hi everybody, hi, instead of right in time, absolutely in time for his birthday, carnivore birthday. He's not having a carnivore birthday. Tim's gave up the carnivore diet a long time ago. Make sure you hit the likes so people know that we are here and we have gone live. Combined with Beavergate, this should be a good oh my gosh. I know, darling, your video was awesome. You can go ahead, darling, and drop your channel link. Not that people don't know you, but there may be some who don't. There may be some. Come on in. Pastor says he clearly is with the mentality of it's not a lie if it's not stated. That looks like a real beer, and he didn't say it was non-alcoholic. Oh, Tim had a real confessional one. So we're just going to get straight into these reactions tonight, but I certainly appreciate you all being here. Yeah, thank you, Lori, says Carl. I appreciate that. Haters give connotations of being against him. Doubters is just calling out his life. Well, you know, and a lot of people say I'm exploiting, obviously, the situation with Jolene. And in reality, what I'm just trying to do is, if I call attention to it, and I'm trying to be as respectful towards her as I possibly can, as just a human being to another human being. And I just want to try to encourage that he take the video down. I know a lot of you have been really good about trying to let YouTube know. And I can promise you, I'm not trying to make light of anything. And it's not like I'm seeing something I haven't seen a lot of times, unfortunately. I wasn't even, it didn't take me a second to figure it out. It's not a shadow. It's not a fold of a thigh, unfortunately. I have obviously, because I am a registered nurse, and this is obviously for education, entertainment purposes only. And we are obviously, one, I hit a nerve. Okay. Because Tim's been leaving my content alone for quite some time, because I've sent him, as we know, multiple ceases and desists. I've gone to do counter notifications. I did a counter notification. I woke up this morning. Tim was in this mood, you know, and obviously wasn't happy with the gifts that Fred and Rafaela got him. So he struck my video. That's the only one he struck on my entire channel. And so I already have a ready to go through an email to give to YouTube. And so I just went ahead and did it. Now, it might take some time. It usually takes a day for them to process it through an email. It's not as quick as if I went through their automated system. And so usually I'll hear something back from them. But since I did counter, they are going to have to forward that on to Tim. So it doesn't matter. They're going to have to forward my counter to Tim. And he knows he's getting it because I emailed him a copy as well to a couple of his email addresses. And it's Tim. You could tell he was in a mood. But the thing is this guy still hasn't taken the time to take his video down or even edit it and then repost it. Nothing. He'll just strike me. Darling says, thank you, Ridge Runner. I'm nothing without the hater community. All the creators are making a difference. Oh, did Ridge Runner say something good? Well, you're awesome, darling. You know you are. Darling is a Hall of Famer. Absolutely. Darling is an absolute, and Grandma's pocketbook, I know, came through too. And we've all like hanging this together because we know at the end of the day, Sarasota Tim is a TURD. God, I wish I could say the things I want to say. But I am professional, and I'm also respectful to the fact that my community, a lot of folks in here are really good Christians and stuff, you know? And that's kind of what attracted Tim. And Tim out here again, trying to call himself a Christian while he's panned twice over poor Jolene's little lady bits, okay? And I sent this picture, okay? Not showing anybody's face, okay? I got a good screenshot and I sent it. I have a lot of friends, obviously, in the medical profession. And I've said to people, if I show that picture to any group of medical professionals, I don't give any scenario. And I just say, what do you see in this picture? Every single one of them. And I've asked like 5 today alone, okay? Because I'm not trying to like show this picture to a bunch of people either, okay? On my phone. Because it's embarrassing, okay? But I have no faces shown, okay? And I say, what do you see? Okay, I've asked multiple different healthcare professionals today. They've all said the same thing, vagina. Okay, that's a term, that's a medical term, YouTube, and I am a registered nurse, okay? So I know, and I don't recommend that anybody go and hardcore stare at it. But this guy also showed his naked butt, and it was only after people said, you need to take this down. And Sammy, who is probably busy, but Sammy in Brooklyn, who you know is one of my moderators, pops in, and she also knows that she posted a comment on his thing under a different account. And I'm not going to give all the secrets away. But anyway, she posted a comment for Tim. and let him know that he was displaying somebody. And lo and behold, that comment got deleted. So he knows perfectly well what's going on. And he chooses to leave it up. And he still talks about the fact that he's going to go see these people in February. So, yeah, just be kind and respectful. Yeah, hey, Sam, I was just saying about the fact that Tim deleted your comment, which asked him to take it down. So unless it's all about Tim and, yeah, Timmy was drunk. Oh, he was talking about drinking and stuff in his birthday videos. So let's get back to this terrible ASMR because we're going to skip over the part where he starts to talk about his motorcycle adventures or whatever. I don't know. He is a hot mess on his birthday. Happy birthday, Tim. So if you want to give Tim a birthday wish, make sure to hit the likes coming into my live stream this evening. No, I've caused a lot of controversy, but I promise you, I've also, you saw my that reaction on my short was my God honest initial thought reaction. And I've put probably hundreds of catheters into women. Okay. As a registered nurse, unfortunately, part of my job is to stare all the time at anatomies. I've seen it all, okay? And I don't, trying to traffic content over there. But, I do appreciate everybody who has taken the time to report it because I do think that he is not going to make the decision to do that. As much as people want to blame me, I'm not the one who put this content out there. I'm just reacting to it. This is what reactors do. Hold on, let me close the bedroom door because I'm probably echoing. Oh, Timmy all mad at me, man. He's making all sorts of... Oh, he's mad at us all. But he particularly dislikes me because I'm an educated female and I'm all the... Tim isn't. And I'm here literally showing my face. So I am the antithesis to Tim. I am everything that Sarasota Tim has not been in his life. I am educated. I am well-rounded. I have lived in multiple countries. I speak multiple languages. I have a clear professional path. I also just do YouTube because I love being out here and being able to call out absolute con artists like this guy. And Darling does a great job too. And so everybody has what their niche areas are. And mine's certainly medical. So let's get this party started, everybody. Let's get going. Don't forget to, that's all I wanted to say about that. Well, we'll keep probably talking about, unfortunately, the old crotch gate. Because I've had all sorts of people getting all sorts of mad at me because I've, called this out and telling me to grow up and stuff. Like I'm the one posting my friend's private parts. That man pan twice pastor. He's a dirty pervert. I'm just going to say. Tim is, any man out there knows. Don't gaslight yourselves. It's not the fold of a thigh. Miss Jolene, way too tiny for that. All right, guys. Will Sarasota Tim have a good birthday if he gets buy me a coffees? Yeah, he doesn't want that shite that people keep sending him. He already pawned off his Starbucks coffee that all his subscribers sent him through the mail over to Fred and Rafaela's. Oh, and the thing about the Longhorn Steakhouse. All right. 62% say no, he's miserable. And 5% say absolutely crushing it. Yes. All right, Tim. You keep going. Let's see how much we can take with you on a 39-minute video of Tim looking like he's drunk everything in the house, including the toilet cleaner. God. And then the sizzling is just, really, Tim? Is this what little you think about your audience? That you cannot even be bothered to put, the camera, make a decision. You really, you just had to get the content out, didn't you? 39 minutes of Tim moaning. Let's go.
And of course, you had to keep some, at home for Fred. And she only uses, like I called for a cup and a half sugar, she would use a quarter cup.
Who thought of that?
So I, don't want to be rude.
Okay.
So I did,
okay. Who is the absolute sage who came up with no panties point? I don't want to mock Jolene. I don't think she thought that Tim would, pass by her. And I'm sure they don't watch his nonsense. Because if they did, that video, I would hope would be down. Otherwise, I'd be very concerned, Miss Jolene.
have a couple. But I didn't have any more. I had my share yesterday of what Bob and Kathy sent me. Oh, light just came on. Does that mean I had a package? No. My light can see me in here. I guess it turns on out there.
Oh, wow.
Amazon's going to be here soon.
Way to go, Passive. Way to go, Passive. I promise you, we probably all have irons in the works for things just to make Tim have the best birthday ever. And people always say, I want to go after this guy. Because he took $52,400 from the American taxpayer. Somebody was asking me if it was attached to his YouTube. I was like, you could not have been taking out that type of loan and have had an active YouTube channel. There's no way the SBA would have bought that. Unless you're Mr. Beast.
So I went over there, had a good time. I told him when I walked in the door, I said, I shouldn't even be here. I should be home in bed. I'm literally, very, very tired. I'm really tired right now. Yeah, you look at everything just kind of catching up to me after getting up at 5:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning,
absolutely.
2 in the morning, 1 in the morning, and the 10th.
And I know people feel that I've exploited her situation, and it's really was to call attention to Tim. And even after he struck my video, and saw that many people had seen it, probably the comments in there too, he still has chosen to keep his video up. And I think that just tells you to the type of character Sarasota Tim has, or lack thereof, calling himself a Christian. How in the heck does he have the gall to keep doing that when he's showed himself quite clearly and quite happily naked in the refrigerator, confessed to how he took the EIDL, PPP, and unemployment monies, of which then he dirty deleted his videos. He also has obviously now got Crotchgate, going at the moment and refuses to take it down. He took off with Johnny Vegas's golf clubs, which we clearly have shown videos where he knew they were lent to him with a man who was having a heart transplant planned. Okay, because you have to be on the waiting list for some time. And he knew this. And he had probably thinking that he might not survive. Maybe to get to the heart transplant, he could just go off with this man's golf clubs. Was that your thinking, Tim? I mean, nobody would go off with somebody's golf clubs. After they already gifted them a bunch of golf trips and other shit. Pardon my French. He's irritating. Oh, and then, of course, the thing with Bevan and JJ. It's just the icing and cherry on the gosh damn Sarasota slop Sunday. That's what I feel after you struck my candle today.
Get up and begin the day and just sitting around, walking 3 miles. I walked some today. I didn't walk a lot. And riding that motorcycle. And so that's going to bring me to what I want to talk about tonight.
Okay.
Motorcycle. Look, you go spend $30,000 on something and you're going to use it. So I have it and I've been thinking about it. I'm doing exactly what this guy I'm watching on YouTube is doing. Just like what you would do. Whether it be a RV, a camper, a truck, a doom bug.
Well, Tim's had at least 6,000 views and probably 500 of those him watching that stuff on replay on his TV. Dirty old man.
A motorcycle, a wheelchair, I don't care. You're going to look at YouTube videos and you're going to look at every one there is to know everything about, if it's a tent, how to set it up, the Egypt, the Vivor. I watched every video in the world on those Vivors. That gazebo. And a lot of grease here. So I want to know all about it. So I already watched everything about a motorcycle.
Okay, Tim. He's off on this motorcycle again. We might speed this part up. I know he does because he copyright struck my one specific video where I clearly say in the title, with an asterisk, obviously, crotchgate. Clearly he's aware. He's trying to do his like fakey part. He's probably sad because he had to, this is part of Tim's extroversion too, is what you see. When you see Tim all down in the mouth like this when he's left Teddy and Jolene's, it's because I truly believe, and these are just my opinions, I'm not diagnosing or treating Tim, that he has he's a true extrovert. So he gets like all of his energy from being around people. And when he's not around people, he starts to get really down in the mouth. And when he starts being around people again, you start to see his mood elevate. I probably would be the complete opposite. I'm happy to see people on occasion, like my friend tomorrow night for a, pre-New Year's Eve, dinner before, it's better to go out, not like the amateurs. But I'm, and as much as I love live streaming and stuff, I'm an introvert. I get my energy from kind of being home and doing my thing. Tim is completely the opposite to me.
Well, about the Goldwing specifically, I know all about that. I'm watching this guy's diary about driving from, I guess it was in Portland, and he went to Cape Cod and back on a Moto Guzzi.
Okay. Oh,
and
we're gonna speed him
all
along on this.
Videos are like these beautiful roads. I don't see him going down.
See, this is what Tim does.
The freeway.
Sorry,
might
I
have
mean to talk.
Had to at some.
I didn't mean to talk over. I'm just talking over Tim. A terrible reactor. Tim just gets in these like moments, and he's probably trying to figure out why he didn't blow up his channel as a motorcyclist. All right, I'm going to speed him along because this is a 40-minute one. We got a lot of reacts to do tonight.
Really frying up.
He doesn't get interesting until the end. Anyway.
No more keys, though. I think this time, if I can force myself, I would really like to.
Well, he might go 60. If he's at, I'm giving him a generous $10 on his 1,000 RPM because he's, had a vaguely successful YouTube channel. He gets decent enough views, because I can see what my RPMs and stuff do. So I can guess what he's roughly doing. So I think he's probably up at least 10 an hour, probably on average. So maybe he got $60 and he should have the loss of a friendship. But like I said, I don't think they watch his nonsense.
As much as I can.
He's not going to take it down.
And travel the byway. Always hear hard to it. It's just my neighbor. But Amazon guy's pretty close.
That's funny you say that, Sammy, about his 3 Christmas cards. And one of those is a birthday card. Because happy birthday. We're going to have a moment where we're all going to get together and sing happy birthday to Tim. I'm going to have to get a little cheers or something in my glass to give Tim a happy birthday wish. Happy birthday, Tim. But yeah, one of those is probably a birthday card. Hey, if you're just coming in and enjoying the stream, make sure to hit the likes. Make sure to participate in the polls. Be kind to our great moderator, Sammy, here tonight. Catherine, I know, is with her friends and she's beezing somewhere, so she may not be able to join us. And Tim is probably watching us from his trailer because I know you love me when I call you that. Okay, keep going, Tim.
So, get
interesting.
When will I go? How long will I be gone? Where will I go? How many times will I go? Who the hell knows? I know one thing. I got the time. I got the money because it's not like I'm rich. It's just like it's not an expensive thing to do the way I'm going to do it. Now, the way this guy on YouTube's doing it, he's getting a room. He doesn't stay at a Hilton. He stays in a very modest. He likes rooms that have the motorcycle right outside the front door, like in a Motel 6. Down and out.
Tim, you didn't even survive one night at a moderately, sort of primitive campsite in Key West before you decided that you don't want to be alone on this motorcycle trip. Because before, he always was asking people to like share along hotel rooms and stuff with him when he rode back in the day. And I have showed those receipts on my channel. We always come with receipts.
Ones that have a free breakfast. I don't think he stays at Motel 6. I do. You got your mind changer on you. Okay, we're us. Right?
Yeah. You think someone's
Boys, these are done. Turn that off.
Well, when Tim's feeling himself, because he did it the other morning. He came out, with his pew pew on his hip when he wants to be like trying to get all harsh and hard with the hater channels.
In there and rest, and we'll continue our conversation over here. Like my tree. I can't ever remember it. What fun it is to ride. So cool. Let's see here. See, there's a guy. There he goes. Look at him. Now that's not it's green, scenic.
All right, that guy's got to get Tim for copyright.
But he's had many video clips where he's mountains and twisties and canyons and riding a Moto Guzzi. What's a Moto Guzzi? It's an Italian bike. Yeah, here's what it is. See if I can get it into words. I'm sitting here. I'm solo. I'm retired. I have no job except this prison job here, YouTube. And
he is, darling. I think, didn't you do one of the videos about Tim calling his YouTube a prison job all the time? If not, it needs to be repeated. Oh my gosh. He is not feeling YouTube at the moment. If he's not getting he's a narcissist. He has to have constant adulation. I got a lot of negative comments about my stuff today. And as a reactor, it's kind of, you're going to get it. Sometimes you're going to have to react to things that are uncomfortable stuff. This is why Tim's a low cal on the internet. He overshares his business. And Tim, we need to do Tim does Foodie does, a cycle. He gets real, up and elevated when he's thinking he's going to be getting all this stuff. And I'm thinking he's not, he's talked about his buy me a coffees, but I'm sure, in reality, they're probably down somewhat. I mean, who are the people supporting this man? I'm glad they don't pay as much attention to the nonsense he puts out like we do as reaction channels, because maybe they didn't catch his faux pas. It wasn't as glaring as the one when he was just fully naked in the refrigerator. I mean, come on, Tim. How many? Honey, he's just so mad.
I've traveled my entire life. I've moved when the rent came due. My family as a kid moved across the country from Georgia to California to Arizona, back to Georgia, Florida. And then as an adult, I moved myself with my family. The rent came due again. I had to leave. I started my business in different states and came back. I separated from a relationship and we split apart across the country and came back. I went there, then she came here. And then I got the motorcycle and I did the motorcycle trips, and then I bought a new.
Oh, here he goes. He's just telling us, everyone, listen to these pearls of wisdom from Tim. He's just telling us how marvelous his life has been. Keep going, Tim.
Car, and I did a couple cross-country trips. I even did one with my sister. And I'm telling you, it's to even think, to ponder that I wouldn't do it again after all those times would be,
He is starting. Oh, that's a good pause.
No way.
But I'm sorry, I wanted to get his eyes. Damn, your eyes are really, this is, unfortunately, your eyes do start to show your age sometimes, or where you haven't taken care of your eyes, I can already see where my knuckles are swollen from osteoarthritis, and I'm 56. I'm like, you know, very hereditary in my family. And it's just, you know, I'm trying to figure out all the things that I can do other than have to live on Tylenol.
So I got to go. And what? I did it with the cramper and this thing. Did I take this twice? I took the cramper once. And, you know, it's just in my blood. So now it's going to be on the motorcycle. Yeah. Yeah. And the fact that I'm learning that I really don't need to take much, you know, got to have the camping equipment, because that's the way I want to do it.
Well, I guess you only need to take one T-shirt or two if you think you're going to go to Key West and then end up at Teddy and Jolene's for like a week. Because he was there for a while. He was there for like 5 days, 4 or 5 days. For an unexpected guest, that's a long visit. Stay one night? Yeah. But I guess Tim was like, you know, I don't have anywhere for Chris, you know. I almost think he at the back of his mind knew he could do that. And that's why he suddenly decided to leave off, you know, from the RV park or wherever.
Do it. I'm not going to get a room every night, but I'm not opposed to getting one if the weather's bad or something like that. He's riding in rain. Now, look at this.
I know. Oh,
That's
I'm
not the
sorry to
fun
hear
part.
that fifth dimension.
That's a bummer part. But look, he's got a rain suit on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one. So, I'm so tired. Can't even talk really. I'm really wore out. Today I practiced.
He's on the pity train. And you know, if you have to think too, and this is the way reaction channels think, it's Tim. It's the night before his birthday. Look at that that duper delight smile there, Tim. You know what you're doing. He's sitting here trying to throw the little, hopefully, maybe throwing some little like sad, miserable Tim out in the hopes that maybe that leads to more generosity with his super chats and super thanks and, you know, all the other stuff that he does. You're not super chats, but because he doesn't monetize that, but his buy me a coffees and, you know, just getting his subscribers to, he just wants the money. He really doesn't want all that stuff. He gives it all over to Fred and Rafaela, who he's very upset with their birthday gifts.
Taking this off and on. And then I had to watch a YouTube video. I'm like, what is it? I'll tell you what the problem is. When I want to put the clear one on,
all right, Tim,
you can see through it. You can see these little pieces.
Nobody cares about that.
And then I'll just sit there at the tiki hut. I'm like, well, no sense of sitting out here by myself. I'll go get my tent. So I'll grab a sleeping aid or something and bite a piece off and then just go in there and look at my phone for a half a minute. And I don't even really need anything. I go to sleep pretty quick. But I'm up at 1 a.m, 2, 3, 4. And then at 5 or 5:30, she's definitely out there first, got the coffee going. Now, I'll tell you what I do like about being home after being gone over a week and not staying in a hotel and sleeping in
Hold on. I might have missed a slightly interesting part here. Tim talking about Tim, for a man who's always biatching about medical professionals and complaining about wanting to not take his Stalin pills and stuff, certainly fond of those Ambiens. I wonder if they prescribed those to help him since he quit drinking. You can't have the Ambien and the alcohol. I don't think having a dual and an Ambien would even be a good plan because you got a small amount of alcohol still in those non-alcoholic beverages. You can tell Tim totally off the carnivore too because beers are pure carbs. Hold on. I might have to go back a tiny bit. Hold on. He was showing the thing. Hold on. Let me go back because this might be interesting. All right,
talking, whatever. And then I'll just sit there at the tiki hut. I'm like, well, no sense of sitting out here by myself. I'll go get my tent.
Hold on. All right. Hold on. Let me go back a little further. Oh, Tim.
I really am. It's kind of catching up to me.
Oh, okay. Grifter, yeah.
Oh, wow. This is the time I usually go to bed over at Ted and Jolene's.
Yeah.
They already went in their place. They don't go to bed right away. They go in.
Thank you for the calculations, darling. See, this is the the grift of Tim. You know, all his audience, and he's going to talk about it in another video. He looks so down in the mouth. He was so angry at that. We won't bother with that video of him driving to the Whole Foods. But he was like talking about being back on the slab or whatever. He said, but I think there was an interesting part where he talked about his living in the trailer or something. Oh, that was a dig at me. But yeah, he's being real miserable. All right, Tim, keep going.
They have a TV in there.
I gotta
watch TV.
We gotta do a lot of reacts tonight. Sorry.
And then I'll just sit there at the tiki hut. I'm like,
he out here doing the pity party for the money. Let's read Darling's chat. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. The pity party worked though. He got 140 in coffee money today, 300 for the month. 300. That's a pretty decent amount of coffee donations, Tim. You really worked the, birthday and Christmas angle there, and the pity and the, hey, sad fishing will get you a lot of money on this platform. You just have to ask the girls. This is why Tim's we need to call this geezer world. They have what's known as girl world, and some of you are probably familiar with it, where it's a bunch of local, individuals who do basically what Tim do, but they're girls, and he's a geezer. And there's other geezers who do. I mean, I'm always, like I said, I'm shocked and surprised. There's this one guy that has a really small following on his channel, and he is getting people sending his money for the homeless girl that lives there and the tweaker or something. I'm like, people are literally sending this dude money for that? Wild. It's wild. Okay, it's wild. Yeah, he's creepy. Keeping track of when they go to sleep. Oh, Tim always keeping track, girl. Oh, he'll stalk you in a parking lot in Laughlin.
Well, no sense in sitting out here by myself. I'll go get my tent. So I'll grab a sleeping aid or something and bite a piece off, and then just go in there and look at my phone for a half a minute. And then I don't even really need anything. I go to sleep pretty quick. But I'm up at 1 a.m, 2, 3, 4. And then at 5 or 5:30, she's definitely out there first, got the coffee going. Now, I'll tell you what I do like about being home after being gone over a week and not staying in a hotel.
I don't know, manic or partly probably narcissistic too. And then they get the money and the adulation, and it's just like a narcissist dream. Do you know what I mean? Like me, I know there's times when I could have been probably going live and making more monies for my channel, But I was like, dude, it's Christmas and I just want to chill out with the dogs. Which shows that obviously, as much as people want to say I'm Nurse Ratchet and all that sort of stuff, I kind of know where to draw my YouTube line as a creator, which doesn't benefit. And that's the problem, is that YouTube, you hit such a great point here, Ross. YouTube really does reward creators that upload constantly, because it's filling their algorithm and it's providing content. That's why I feel like it's so hard sometimes to alert YouTube about even something as glaringly obvious as Miss Jolene's private parts, because they are making money for this platform. And they're feeding into it. And it's just like, and all those sort of, people that with potentially more manic personalities or, narcissistic personalities that who extroverts, who are needing this kind of fulfillment, and they enrich themselves because they're getting all this engagement or the money or what it creates a perfect storm for it all. It just rewards all these. And Alan the Woo passed away. I'm guessing. I don't think we've heard how he died. Every time I see a man that age, I always think cardiac arrest.
Oh, and sleeping in a tent. It'll be the same way when I take my motorcycle trip and come back, or if I even get a room. Point. Sometimes I felt like this was a brand new thing I just bought. When I got back, it was like, whoa! Look at the amenity. I mean, the tent is the air mattress and a zipper. I come in here, I'm running water.
I don't think Rich Runner is a fan of Tim's anymore. Rich Runner was once thought to be Tim. I don't think, whoever they are, they don't seem to be a fan of Tim. So, and they're very good at being supportive of the channel. So we appreciate it. All right. How are we doing with our poll over here? Oh, 88. We haven't even got to 100 votes, guys. Make sure to hit the poll. Will Sarasota Tim have a good birthday? It's happy birthday, Tim. I keep meaning to go get my drink to cheer him so we can sing happy birthday. Keep going, Tim. I'm listening to what you got to say. We're giving you free therapy here, Tim.
I've got the shower here. I don't have to go to the gym.
You're being listened to.
Refrigerator. I mean, come on. And that bed last night. Oh, although I got up at 3 a.m, excited, came out here, turned the TV on, wanted to try that coffee that Bob and Kathy sent, the holiday blend. I got some heavy whipping cream. I'm trying to use only a little heavy whipping cream now. I'm backing that off. And I picked up on the non-alcoholic beer. But like TRD said, I will, believe me,
oh God, it's been a
reset after the first. Now, I'll tell you what.
I don't know. He hadn't paid it forward as much in December as he usually does. And that's a good point, because if he got $300 on his buy me a coffee, you think he'd be just, paying it forward like a good Christian. He doesn't even do any charity work. He's so... it just amazes me. And people send him money.
I'm doing tomorrow. I forgot to mention.
I guess because they entertain
I forgot
him.
to mention. The neighbors are inviting
People
me for
send,
dinner.
me buy me a coffee
this
too,
week,
and I appreciate it.
this week. But while I was at Fred and Rafaela's today, she wants to make me dinner tomorrow.
Oh.
We're going to do it early. So I get
right
some
over
walking
here.
in and get back and all that.
Are you talking about this part of the earlobe here where he's got that kind of hanging redness there? I would not be surprised. Tim has an extremely high coronary artery calcium score and has been told to take statin medications, and tells everybody that his cardiologist is a crock. And that's why he decided to go on the carnivore diet, because supposedly that is the answer to cardiac issues. Make it make sense.
I staying too late after dark. And she doesn't mind cooking early. So maybe even 2, 3 o'clock at the latest, we're going to have a birthday dinner tomorrow. She wants to make whatever I want. And of course, you know what I want. And she calls it the poor person's meal, Italian meal. And that's ali aglio, however you say it. Olive oil, garlic, and pasta, noodles, spaghetti. And she says, but I want to make you a steak too. A thin steak. She goes, I don't make those thick steaks. I go, yeah, I know. But she insists on giving me some meat too.
Oh.
So yes, I'll be eating some carbs and some pasta tomorrow. It's my birthday, 67 years.
Oh, Tim, I don't even know why you talked about trying to go carnivore prior to your birthday and Christmas. It was the most, I should have put that out as a poll. Will Tim stay carnivore? Because you know what? I should have just put a Vegas bet on that. They probably wouldn't give me odds.
Young. Man, I just started. I just started collecting Social Security. 62 was yesterday. And now it's 67.
Okay.
That was 5 years. 3 years.
Well, as long as he's not talking to small children in the room, then he's okay.
Is half of that. And that went by like that. So I will be 70 tomorrow. Day after tomorrow. I'll be 67 tomorrow. The day after tomorrow, next month, it'll seem like I'll be 70. Crazy, man. But what is it? What is age? It's a number, right?
Yeah.
But it has me thinking.
Yeah, then he talks in one of the videos coming up about, we'll hear it. Oh my gosh. Keep going, Tim. I got to get my drink to cheer his birthday. Keep going, Tim.
I know a lot of you out there that are watching me.
I really pay attention to what I hang on his every word.
My age. A lot of you out there, they're talking about, I got a couple more years of work before I can get my Social Security. So we got them in all ages out there.
Hey, stop trying to want food.
And then, like Fred and John and Carol. John's young. Carol's older than him. And Ted and Jolene. Teddy's going to be 79. And, you just have to think about, all right, the book is, we had a book like this thick. And
oh my gosh, Tim, you really are playing Mr. Sadfish to get those birthday donations rolling. This is Tim Reaper coming in here right now. Tim Reaper, Teddy 79, Fred's 87. The Tim Reaper's coming into town.
We're down to a few more chapters, and the book is over. I mean, seriously, not that I think it's going to happen tomorrow, but it's going to happen a lot sooner than it did 40 years ago. Man. So I want to crush it. I do. And I think about it, and I realize it. Where when I was younger, there's like some young people watching me right now. You don't think about it. You're like, what's he talking about? Life's forever.
Dude, that's old. My real dad died at 62, and I'm not obsessed with death the way this man is. I had a cousin who died at 34. Colon cancer.
Don't
he
don't
is
blink.
the Tim Reaper.
Don't blink. And then finally, before I end the video, I'll just say,
in the video,
not only do I want to ride the bike and travel and do this.
I'm sorry. I have to laugh. One of my dogs, I'm gonna have to step away and give Roscoe a dog biscuit or something. I took him for a walk and let him poop and everything, but we went to pick up his dog food before we got back home. Or this evening, I ran an errand with the dogs, and we wouldn't pick their dog food up. I think that Roscoe thinks he's due a treat. So anyway, now I lost my train of thought, Roscoe. All right, let me keep Tim talking. All right, Tim Reaper. Tim, so that's what I was laughing about. Tim always says he's going to wind up the video. He's halfway through. He still talks for almost 20 minutes. Talks more than me.
Solo stuff because I am solo. I also would like to change that.
Oh no!
Maybe in the future after I get more of my
I'm going
guys
to disappear
out,
for a dog.
I might want to settle down, meet that special someone, and continue to crush it. With the camper or just in our vehicle or airplane, whatever. Whatever she's into. Now I'm talking about meeting a she, right? That's what I want. I don't want to shim. So she and we have to be on the same page. I'm not going to meet somebody just to meet somebody that has interest that I'm not interested in, and vice versa. They don't want to be with somebody that they have no interest at all in the lifestyle that I have. So you may or may not ever meet anybody. Who knows? But I think that there's actually a lot of people out there that would love the adventurous lifestyle, because I see them with these men that are married to each other out here. They're all like-minded couples doing this and going to the beach and traveling and coming back and forth.
What? Taking $52,400 of inappropriate EIDL money and then telling on your YouTube channel that you think your neighbors are all drunks and shopaholics, Tim? Because that's what you've said. Similar. Then you're not similar, Tim. These people probably have a home and they're just down for the holidays, in the RV temporarily. Stop trying to equate yourself with these folks. Thank you, everyone who helps support my channel, because it helps with the puppy biscuits that we just gave. Now, Roscoe, I'm putting these puppy biscuits away. Okay? You got your treat now. No more. I'm going to put these away. All right. Keep going, Tim.
To the state of Florida, going back north and taking their camper other places. And it's not all about RVing. These people have homes too, and seeing their grandchildren and doing whatever. The whole thing, the whole pie. Living life, though, and enjoying sharing it with someone. Now, this guy today, he was talking about what do you like to ride?
I almost lose my, and I'm sure Darling and anybody else who is aware of Tim and his antics. Every time he talk about visiting the grandchildren. Yeah, is that what you were doing this Christmas, Tim? Did any of that $300 of that buy me a coffee go to help your grandson with his future, potential of buying a house? Because even if his mom and dad are doing okay, they maybe don't have that sort of money, because housing in this country is absolutely ridiculous. What about your son? Are you trying to find a way to maybe help secure his future better? Are you leaving him a old used RV as part of his inheritance? Is this the legacy of Sarasota Tim? And a shot of some poor lady's panocha?
Cross country with someone. And I said, let me hear his answer because I know how I feel. And that's no. I took one trip to Sturgis with, I think it was 3, maybe 4 of us bikes. And well, it didn't suck, but
we all have worked out that when Tim starts talking about living solo and how he wants to find himself, another lady and stuff, that's just a call out to Tammy to get her stuff together. That's it. That's all that is. Him and Tammy have had this thing going on for like 25 years. I would not want to start a relationship with Sarasota Tim knowing that Tammy is around. Because, this man, no. I mean, who wants to be the nurse with a purse for this loser?
Wasn't great. And here's why. He said, I'm beyond taking care of people and making them happy. I'm good at taking care of myself, he said, and so am I. I don't want to have to.
Well, in videos today on his birthday, he gets a little bit more admitting to the fact that he has been off and on drinking during the time of this channel. And potentially, I think he indicates that around the time that he and Tammy were hooting and hollering down in Key West and he was looking hungover every day. Like those of us who are adults. See, Tim, your audience isn't always just a bunch of naive individuals, okay? Or just going to buy whatever bullshit you have to say, okay?
Be with someone on a motorcycle trip, for example, that I have to entertain or provide them their happiness, and they're not
terrible.
Fully in control of their own emotions and their own happiness.
I mean, I'm sure he's pretty bleary-eyed from the long travel, but this eye is just, yes. And I just get so mad at doctors. Like it's doctors' fault that his health is falling apart as he's aged. Look, I try to take care of myself. Certain things I've had to take care of. A lot of this stuff is coming down the pipeline hereditary. If your family had a history of glaucoma, you're probably going to have a higher chance of having glaucoma. Especially if you're out there in the sun and all that sort of stuff, Tim. Not watching your pressures and stuff. You got to have this stuff checked. It's just, it is. Aging is not fun. It's not for the fair of heart.
If somebody's like that, they're like me, then yeah, hell yeah, let's go. But that's why I don't ride with anybody. And plus, you ride all day and then this person wants to stop here, or they got to eat now, or they got to hit the head, and that's fine. They need gas. What are you going to do, right? But maybe they're tired and they want to quit for the day, or they want to stay somewhere, or they want to go visit this and you're not interested in that. No. Too many. Go on your own, do your own thing.
Carl, come on. Tim didn't finish high school.
Now, if someone was riding on the back of mine, they wanted to go and do all the same things and sleep in my tent, well, that would be different. Hey, I see my package got delivered. It's got a notification. Let's go get the heater. I'll bring it in here and show it to you. All right. And just like that, we're back for you. Meanwhile, it didn't say delivered. It said,
oh, my gosh. I think this is where we're going to end this part of the video because I think Tim just goes on about the heater for a while on this part. We'll skip to the end to say if I want to say he just talks about the heater. Oh, that video actually to the Whole Foods was quite telling as well. But we may not have time for that. All right. Tim is going to do his whole thing about the heater. So let's get past the heater. Because, there's nothing that seems safer than somebody in a camper van on a slab in Bradenton with a habit of just taking down a bit of an Ambien, maybe in an old Duels, which still has alcohol in it, and falling asleep with the space heater on. Oh my God. I think there was enough PSAs to prevent Tim from putting the fire in the gazebo, but it may change. But those space heaters are pretty One of those things you just want to put on for a second. And I don't know any electrician who likes a space heater. They all think they're dangerous and terrible. Any office I've worked at bans those things because nobody wants a fire. This man is determined to set himself alight, isn't he? Not. Okay. He wants to say he's got all this common sense. Common sense, not so common, Tim. Okay. Is that it? All right, Tim, what you got? What's he got this? Oh my goodness. This is the sad fish from the sad. Look how, I'm pity me. Homes for the poor.
Throwing the box out. Everything.
Okay, yeah, no, it's not. If you throw that box out, Tim, how are you going to return this stuff? We know you. All right, I think we've done enough with this video. My Lord. Okay, guys, we're going to get to the next react. Yeah, we're happy to see Burning Bone. Hey, Gen X. Pretending it's cool not to have a home. Oh yeah, he's so cool. You would buy him a coffee if he truly told us his story. Imagine so. Well, he slips him out. And we've done enough investigative work on Tim that we've got a big picture. We've got a good idea of Tim's story. Tim is just your average. I can promise you, everybody's known a Tim in their life. And not for long, hopefully. Almost 2,400 views. You're welcome for the YouTube premium, Tim. It's my birthday gift to you. Every time I watch your videos, Tim, I give you a little bit of YouTube premium. So happy birthday. All right, let's get to the next one, guys. We got anything new? We haven't seen Tim since the fog. I hope somebody didn't hit him in the car. All right, guys. So we saw his wonderful evening chat. Oh, then we've got his, hold on. We've got his, let's do his driving to friends and coffee. Because again, this is before the evening chat. I'm a little out of order. But I want to think that he was miserable. Okay. All right, Tim. Let's hear you.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim. Well, I'm coming to you from inside the Crusher, a different vehicle, one that doesn't give me helmet head, one that I don't have to wear an armored suit to drive. They better have armor on them if I hit them. I got the big.
See, he was a little more upbeat before he had to run into people at the Whole Foods. Tim's funny. Tim likes people around him. It's this weird extrovert thing where it's got to be people around him who feed into him, though. If he feels like people, this is like true narcissism. I want to get home. I'm impatient because I want to be away from people. Tim is impatient because he just thinks he deserves to be first in everything.
Girl, I got to take her in for a oil change too. I was checking over my paperwork and looking at my Walmart app, and it said I'm overdue for a tire rotation and an oil change. And I'm likely to take this with me when
I'm surprised too, but then again, we haven't seen him at Walmart recently. He's been doing a lot more Amazon shopping, which makes me think that maybe he's not able to return as much stuff to Walmart because his Walmart shopping has kind of like seemingly ticked down. We're not doing as many from Walmarts. He's getting a lot more stuff delivered from Amazon. And they only allow you to return but so much stuff before they nix that stuff too, because they're sick of it.
I go back to Ted and Jolene's in a few weeks to see our friend Tom.
You're lucky they don't watch YouTube, Tim. I know, everyone hates my laugh. Sometimes I play up on it.
Who's coming in from New York. Really nice guy, him and his wife. And I don't know. I'll either ride the bike or this. Either way, I got to get the oil changed. So that's due. I got the laundry done this morning. Oh.
Hey, if we pray hard enough, Cougar Sam will show up.
I did a few steps and walked a little bit. while I was doing that. Nowhere near enough yet. But I'm on my way over there to sharing some treats with Fred and Rafaela. Coffee. I brought them all kinds of coffee blends, and I'm going to share on some of those things that Bob and Kathy sent.
Oh,
and
wow.
I know they're going to love it.
Yeah, that's just so wonderful. People send Tim stuff so Tim can go and share it and, you know, give over the stuff that he doesn't want over to Fred and Rafaela. Because he's trying to tell you people, he really doesn't like any of that crap you sent him. Send him buy me a coffee money. That's all he wants is your money, guys. Just wants your money.
I even got a piece of that sausage.
Of course.
That I can't eat all of that.
Yes!
I could over time, I guess, but I'll share some. And I got to figure out when my neighbor wants me over for dinner, so I don't plan on going to Longhorn with Fred and Rafaela on that day. Fred and Rafaela will wait. It's not a big deal to them or me, but we're going to go and use that gift card that Police Don sent. Get us a steak or whatever, you know, whatever they got, whatever sounds good. Longhorn's good. But a beautiful day, 79 sunny degrees.
So somebody sends Tim a gift certificate for Longhorn. Oh, Tim has a real time about this. And he's going to take Fred and Rafaela because he knows that he doesn't watch any of the hater channels. But he is called out so hard about that Cracker Barrel gift certificate at Thanksgiving. And maybe Tammy doesn't like that place.
Here in South Florida. Where's my shades? My eyes are... Oh, wait a minute. These are just readers. Where? Oh, there they are. I tried to make this video a couple of times and the phone kept falling out of my eye.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get to that video. What more? They took him out to dang Thanksgiving. They're cooking him, just having him over to your house for the birthday meal is birthday enough, you know?
This new phone design, the camera bump on the end doesn't allow my thing to close all the way. Yeah, it's nice driving the truck again. Oh. She's a good girl.
We're going to sing happy birthday when we get to Tim's birthday video. All right, Tim, tell us about what common sense you have.
Let me see. How many miles I got on? 13. Is that what it says? 13,700 in 3 more miles.
Yeah.
13,700.
Yeah, Mr. Tim, who loves to talk about how everybody else is so unsafe driving on the road, is talking into a camera. That's not distracted driving. And then he, like, with his janky eyes, taking his, you know, glaucoma glasses up. I wear these type of glasses too. Don't get me wrong. I protect my eyes. I promise you. And he is literally like trying to look at the. Hey, at least you don't have to wear full-time glasses like I do.
On a Super Duty.
20/20 vision.
She's ready to travel, man. Speaking of which, if life was simple for me, like I had one pair of shoes, one pair of pants, one car,
I got your back, Cougar
one
Sam.
home, one fork. So when I say that, I mean, if I sold the motorcycle,
well, that's
and I could really just focus all my...
I know. And luckily they all have adult children who are hopefully keeping... Those are my dogs playing, okay, in the background. So they're so happy they got those cookies, you know, now they can play. Because they were very upset when I came home with the dog food that they'd already had dinner. I didn't give them a treat. Now... Can you guys at least get a toy? I'm live streaming.
Insurance money, whatever gas it takes, all this maintenance and new tires and riding suits and everything I spend money on, tents and everything like that. And I could just travel with my...
Tim's sad fishing for his birthday because today is his birthday. So this is the video the day before. So this is the 28th. Tim sad fishing. He got like $140 in buy me a coffee donations for his birthday today. So he gets a lot, guys. It's shocking. It's shocking the money that people send Tim. And part of it's because he has hater channels. But Tim, some of your folks were very kind and sent me buy me a coffees for Christmas. So thank you guys. And you know who you are. And I appreciate it. That was very kind.
Trailer. My trailer I live in. I love when people call it a trailer. You know, there's nothing better than jumping in your vehicle.
That's right.
Like if you wanted to tow your motorcycle on a trailer. On a trailer. And you could get in here with flip-flops, a t-shirt. Let it rain. Let the wind blow. It doesn't matter. I'm in here. And when you're riding a motorcycle, Harley or a Gold Wing, doesn't matter. The elements are, you know, always something you got to be aware of. Oh, gosh. Got up at 2:30? I don't know. It was before 3.
Yeah.
Had to go lay back down. Went in there.
Yes, exactly. The 28th of December is always Tim National Pity Day. Oh, pity me. Poor me. Poor me. Divorced 3 times. 3 kids to 3 different women, of who I didn't do for my entire life. Not one college paid for. Nothing. Nothing. He'll blow through all that money. There's nothing even for his kids to inherit. There's nothing. All the crud he got in that camper.
There, could not put my phone down. I ordered one of them electric heaters that have a thermostat on it. I'm having to use my propane, and I'm tired of, you know, spending money on that. I'd rather just use the electric. And if I go camping, I want that for the tent too.
Yeah, it's a travel trailer.
So I bought one for $25. It has a little thermostat on it. The one I have just stays on continually. I'll throw it in the trash. I don't trust it.
What?
I want one that will shut down and then cycle back on when it gets cold again. I had one of those, and that one, I don't know what happened to it. Something wasn't working on it after many years. So I got this one on sale, $25. Now, you know you can't believe a damn thing I say.
Oh,
Back to keeping the motorcycle. I watched a YouTube video.
Oh, gosh. Tim, we already held a poll. You're selling that thing by the beginning of next year. That thing getting sold.
Video today. This guy is a good talker, and he made sense. He went on a 3,000-mile motorcycle trip, and he said, you know, all these videos are out there.
Yeah, I think he's already thought he's seen leaks inside of that thing. And Tim is never going to do any maintenance to maintain it. So it's just going to deteriorate every year. Because he really does, you know, he's not hardcore hard living in it. He doesn't have like dogs like doing what mine were just doing. And now they're chewing on bones. This is what we go through at night, guys.
About what to pack, how to do it, what to wear, what to buy, special luggage, all this stuff. I like how this guy talks.
Right.
You know what he said? Forget about it.
How is he going to keep hauling it? The way he's lived in that thing and not like kept it under any type of like protective covering, like, or done anything that kind of keeps them in any type of, I mean, literally like living in this thing. They're not made for that. As nice as it looks, you know, just kind of looking at stuff probably falling apart. We know stuff falling apart on it. You're getting issues with the sink and the smells in there in the summertime and stuff. It just looks visually nice because it's still fairly new. But it's over time, it's not going to be looking so great. Yeah, I wonder how much crud he had in his bedroom. His bed probably wasn't made. That's why the door was shut.
Go. How bad could things be?
Reaper.
He said, don't think about it. He says, what's the worst that can happen? He said, well, don't think about that. But people always take way more than they need. He said, pack what you're going to pack, put it out, and then cut it in half. Really. And then,
are we sending Tim to the van down by the river now?
and don't have a plan. I mean, have a general idea. You're going to go west.
Huh?
And as far as driving, like when I came back yesterday from West Palm, I about broke my neck trying to get here. Like there was a fire. It was 200 miles. And I had to drive. He said, get to the speed limit. He said, I drive 70, if it's on the freeway. Put it on 70 and forget about it and just sit back and do what it's going to do. Because if you go 80, he says you're like this. You're looking behind every tree for a cop, to get a ticket. And I mean, I can relate. I'm tired of stressing. Plus, you're holding on too tight. It's an expression that pilots use. You can't be, you got to just relax. He says, and don't worry about what you're wearing. As long as you got some kind of safety jacket or a couple of layers.
Tim, one of the videos coming up, you talk about the fact you spent about $2,000 on all this stuff. That is insane to me, amounts of money to spend on accessories for a hobby. Just insane amounts of money.
Or if it's really cold, you don't want to be cold. He said, once you get cold, you can never get warm and you just get colder. So I got that Gerbings wear coming. But just get the basics, stay warm, and just go. Drive the speed limit. Now I guess he got rooms. He said he'd get him a room somewhere that was just clean, a bed, shower, get a good night's sleep. And he got me all excited about making it sound easy.
Tim, you're trying to get another person to grift off of or something, because back in 2010, you posted things all over that moto site or whatever. I found them all. I found your address. I did videos on it in the past and literally showed where you were getting people to ride motorbikes. You were saying, I'm going to Georgia to Vegas or wherever it was. And you wanted to find out if anybody else wanted to hitch along with you to share the cost in hotel rooms. Whether you found anybody or not, I don't know. But you certainly were somebody who said, this is not new to you. So stop acting brand new.
Easy and not, because it really does. It gets in your head like, okay, if I go out west, I got to do all kinds of stuff. I got to take all kinds of stuff. I've got to be prepared for all kinds of stuff. You do not. He said, you know what? I like how he said it. He said, it's a freaking motorcycle ride. That's all it is. I mean, don't make more of it than it is. It's a motorcycle ride. Just ride. Just go. And don't worry about it.
I've got, and I haven't been bothered because, I work and just busy. But I promise I have all the things that show all your speeding tickets when you're out in North Carolina. And one when you were probably out in Sturgis. Because that makes sense when I think about where it took place.
Got to have, like I said, ways to stay warm.
A bunch of tickets.
Gas money. If you're not going to camp out in a little tent, you don't have the room to carry all that. He was driving
I'm just saying, he always tries to act like
Moto Guzzi. And the engine sounded good, man. And he had a little windshield, but he said he really likes to ride like the byways too. I think he said he went 3,000 miles in 12 days. Also, this is me. That's why I love this guy. He said, I don't go anywhere to stay a long time. I'm just going to have fun. He goes, it's fun. Make it fun. It's not like you got to jump up and down, rip your clothes off fun, but you don't have to stay somewhere 2 or 3 days and go see the sights. Just ride. Just go. And I'm thinking, yes, that is it.
Tim, that's the way you've been, I think, your entire life. You took this thing out into, out west. I know you hadn't had a big trip this year, but just last year you were taking it. You just came back at the beginning of this year from being out west, I want to say. I don't know. Darling had all the dates. But it was around about then. Or was it the summer? So it's been a while now since he's had really big trips. But he's been on a cruise with Tammy or something, hasn't he? Didn't he go out on another cruise? I know he went to a hotel somewhere with her. He's been doing stuff. Tim, you obviously always have wanderlust.
Because that's how I travel. I do not, look at all these people going to the mall. What are they doing? And these people are trying to get over. Let's go. Look at this. They're trying to cut in. Gosh, what are these people doing? What did I just run over? Big rope or something? Watch your grin.
And this is what I love. Tim all talking about happy and stuff. And then he just like screaming at people in the car. Not saying that I'm a happiest driver on the planet either. He just, but he tries to sell himself of being a certain way. And he gets mad at this point, guys. This is the best part of the video. This is the part actually worth watching. Keep going, Tim.
Inches working the area. Watch your wallets. It says pickpockets. Isn't that something? Maybe it just means, you know, con artists in general. Man, look at all these people trying to get over to that mall. Oh, I can't take this area in this winter. Oh, going down to the Whole Foods and returning these bags. Anyway, yeah, don't make it difficult. Make it a motorcycle ride. Just go, follow the front end. And he said when he got to where he was going, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, says the man who was in Florida, where everybody comes for wintertime here in the U.S. and rode to Key West and completely bombed out. And he like sitting here like, yeah, I want to ride. Like, just, yeah, shush, Tim. STFU, as the kids would say.
Next time, I'm not going to turn around and come back the same route. I'm going to make it like a loop. So it's all new, all the way to the end. He did say he gets very depressed when it's over. He says, I'll be very depressed. But 3,000 miles, that's only 1,500 each way. So he didn't even go as far as I'll go. I'll go like 2,500 each way. But I'm not going to stress it. Yeah, they're blowing their horn at each other. I got to get over. Look at these people.
I know, passive one-on-one, like, I'll be right back. I hit something. We know Tim's over at the Longhorn Steakhouse. Is this the one when he talks about the Longhorn Steakhouse? He's such a cheap BS.
All right, back to the story. I'm watching these people there.
Oh, yeah.
I would hate to be on a motorcycle ride. Watch out. Weirdos. Hey, look at that old Z car. 280. So, yeah, man, I ain't selling that girl. I'll get out there on the road once I get out of Florida and Alabama, Mississippi, maybe out to Texas somewhere on the other side. It'll become open country. The first part is very boring. All these towns and cities and the tree line and everything. But my Gerbings heated wear will be here January 4. And I may have to stay south. I may not want to go where there's ice and snow.
We're going to start another poll as to whether or not Tim's going to travel on that motorbike anywhere in 2026. I just... He's going back and forth on this motorbike the way he went back and forth on the Honda, on the CC Rider.
Even though it can be warm on the road, but I can still go.
Oh, you guys are...
Yeah, I don't know about altitude, like up in the Tahoe area. January, February might be brutal, but I want to go. I'm going to go eventually on that motor. That guy took that Moto Guzzi. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. In fact, I'll probably have to ride it back and test my patience with riding the speed limit across the 70 and just sit back and let them go around if they want. Let them pass me. Just cruise. Because you know what he said? When he runs 70, he says, I really don't get there any more time. It doesn't take really any more time to speak of. He says when he goes from 70 to 80 miles an hour, he burns a lot more gas. He said on this bike, it's a lot more. And that would be the way it is on my 6-cylinder.
Yeah, there was some guy called Clavicular. Well, the kick streamer was harassing him. But I think he's going to be going to jail. He ran over some guy in his car. And Tim just riding around. You're not supposed to...
It would be a lot more. So I learned from his video. It was like I had a light bulb go off. That's what I'm going to do. And
oh, no.
Yeah.
No,
that's it.
No, Tim can get more than he paid for it. You know that. Come on.
Sit back and relax. And also, you know how I found this guy? It was about buying on Amazon some, what do they call them? those little bags you put clothes in, and then you put those in your suitcase. They're called, they're little squares of different sizes with a zipper, and some have a compression zipper. And then you pack those into your bigger suitcase. What are those called? Cubes, packing cubes. He said, they don't save you any room, not to speak of. He says the only thing that he uses them for is to separate and to be organized, like toiletries in one thing, socks and underwear in one thing, tops in another thing, bottoms in another thing, and then your bigger, bulkier items.
It really is. I'm just always amazed. This is what he puts out for his content. It's like literally Tim's talking diary.
You know, you just stuff it in something, bungee it down, whatever. So I was going to buy those. I'm not going to buy them. Nope. Don't need them because I'm not going to pack that much anyway. I'm just going to put, a couple pair of pants, plenty of underwear.
Eric Clapton t-shirt and a urinal.
And socks. I definitely wear boots every time. I'm not going to wear tennis shoes. I'll take some for walking, going to the gym or something, but definitely need a ride with some ankle protection. And he says, don't get too hot. These big old heavy motorcycle jackets, even though they got all these plates and stuff in them, it's dangerous. You overheat. You can get these.
Luckily, most of the people, I don't want to make bad jokes. I just hope they're losing their hearing.
These mesh ones. I got that one that I bought, that real light duty in the heat. And then in the cold, put on that big jacket. Well, I'm here at Whole Foods.
Yes.
Hope it wasn't too boring of a video.
Oh, Tim, you had two that on your pity party, 28th birthday eve, sad for me, that just really knocked it out the park. We just watched them both and they're stellar. You don't care, Tim. Don't worry, I gave you some YouTube premium.
What my mind is thinking. Then I'm going to head over to Fred and Rafaela. Whole Foods is packed. There's not a parking spot. God, we're all... Go home. Gosh.
Yeah, right.
I can't believe...
Right, exactly, darling. He's just regurgitating what he watched from somebody else's video. Which he laughs about the fact we call him the regurgitator. Because that's all he does. And I know that's what happened with that one video about the Social Security. He just couldn't believe he hit it out the park. He just saw that people were doing these Social Security videos and he did one and it just went. And it's been a living legend ever since.
Believe it. There's no parking. I can't park this thing anyway. Look at this, folks.
Yeah.
I'm out in the South 40. That's where I want to be anyway. I'm going to back it in here. What is that? Ferrari? It is. Well, this thing here, you got to make a 3-point turn. Hey, not too bad, Baker. You did good. I guess that means stop. Crush it.
Oh, yeah, Tim. You're not crushing anything. Oh, yeah, when he gets mean, he's so upset that everybody's at the mall and it's so busy and crowded. And how is it not just him? He's obviously very busy on his birthday today. He's got morning chat. Happy birthday, Sarasota Tim, at 67. 2,000 views. And then, of course, his morning walk in the heaviest fog I ever seen in my life. Okay, we got to do this quick, Tim. And he's at 6.2 on the Christmas dinner. I'm telling you, I'm helping you with your views, Tim. This is terrible. You need to get that video down. You're a despicable man. All right. Before we do it, I guess we get over to Tim. All right, Tim. Just because it's you.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Timothy Baker. Happy birthday to you. Oh, they have? There's a lot of them have overheated, melted, and started on the fire. Oh, my God. Oh, we should pull up some pictures of that. Oh, hi, baby. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to run over your toes. Let Roscoe down here. All right, let me not sing anymore. All right, keep going, Tim.
Sarasota Tim. Happy birthday, 67 to Sarasota Tim. Listen, thank you very, very much for all of you out there. Too many to answer.
I know. Tim's so mad that people are going to the store to return stuff or do stuff, or maybe even they've been out of town and they need to get some food in the house for after Christmas because they were visiting relatives. And he's so angry because he's got to return his crap. How dare other people be there when, Tim is wanting to show up, because, he doesn't like to tell us that he retired, but he got his present time, the YouTube videos he's got to make all day. And then he's got to strike channels in the morning.
And I don't even get that many comments. I probably could if I wanted to sit there, but it's getting to the point where there was so many. Thank you, Mama Tex, for your support on the Buy Me a Coffee. She got mad at me last night because she sent it late. I was supposed to be a bit asleep and see it this morning, but I caught it early. And anyway, sorry to disappoint. We went back and forth on a couple of emails.
Oh, Tim just scrolling his dang Gmail at night. Anyone sent me a Buy Me a Coffee? Anyone said it is one of his Ambien fuse and all mad and stuff. Somebody sent him an email. I see that BITCH Nurse Ratchet did a video about you flashing Jolene's private parts. And Tim's like, oh, let me strike her and leave that video up. Oh, I got money in my Buy Me a Coffee. Hallelujah. That's Tim.
Very, very nice of you. I appreciate it very much. Also, I believe it's Steve and Tracy. If I didn't shout you out before, a few days ago, bought me a coffee for Christmas for my birthday. And all the rest of you out there, if I happen to have forgotten anybody, thank you. I always answer on the Buy Me a Coffee reply.
I may be able to go to 1.5. I don't understand him otherwise. You have to understand I have accent difficulties sometimes.
So anyway, this morning is 7:37. I am showered. I got a new pair of Go to Hell blue jeans on. Let me show them to you. I went into Walmart yesterday and I said,
oh no, we got to get the movies out. Movies on display. Oh, he made sure to move the wine glass out the way because we caught that in the reflection of the refrigerator. All right, keep going, Tim. We know you're going to get to philosophical, Tim, on the foggy walk because it's foggy and he just can't be out doing stuff.
I'm going to find some kind of jeans that fit, that aren't real big enough. These are perfect. Perfect. And, I'm wearing pants now. It's getting a little cooler down here and for the motorcycle. And I'm wearing those Wrangler tactical. They're very thin. These aren't necessarily,
Yeah, is Mama Tex one of your ladies, Tim? Because you get so mad because you said that the reason why I made a reaction channel is because supposedly I hit on you and you refused me because he's with Tammy. I guess because I one time sent a comment because he had the flu or something, and I recommended he see some urgent care and not just transmit the disease around. Was that me hitting him and wanting to marry Tim? I know that it was deleted. He's so bad. Tammy was like the worst too. Tim and Tammy were quite the team.
Keep me warm, but they're blue jeans, something different. It's cool. And they're Wranglers. They're the slim, straight, slim, straight, not slim only,
DJ
not straight only,
Shell.
not regular.
Thank you so much for that awesome super. She says, I love these lives. Well, I'm so glad. Hey, I did see you earlier, Catherine. I did see you. He's just got off a horse. Well, some of his audience has complained that Cowboy Tim is gone. And I've gotten some great screenshots lately. I promise you, when I get more time, I'll get together, a little montage of the greatest of the deleted comments. Because, I've got them, guys. That's what I specialize in is catching Tim's deleted comments. I got a whole stack of them. And my editor is still working on the low lights of Tim's 2025. So he's working on it. So He's promised me by the 30th, which is tomorrow. So we'll see. I said, can I do an end of year review by the end of the poor little guy? I use this sweet guy. He's a sweetie. Oh my goodness. Keep going, Tim.
They're not what they got? They got another one called Athletic. And they got Big and Droopy and all the others. This is Slim, Straight, 3330s. Fit me like a glove. And they're going to fit even better as I reset. Speaking of resetting, let's get a cup of coffee. I made a 4-cup pot before I went to bed. I turned it on this morning before getting a shower. Back to the time. I slept. I'll tell you what was keeping me awake is the cold air that was kind of making me chilled, not to mention my rotator cuff. I know it's called a cuff, but I call it a cup. I thought that's what it was for years. Anyway, my rotator cuff, when I sleep on that side, kind of, wakes me up. But my new space heater.
He was like pity miserable, and then he woke up to this excitement because it's his birthday and he saw money was sent to him. Money. Hey, if you want me to have money for my dogs, you hear them. I showed you the biscuits. Hit the likes. That's all we need here. YouTube and the AdSense, and a lot of you are very generous too, and I appreciate it. So, but I have to tease on Tim. I have to. That's my job.
I didn't turn it on before I went to bed, but this morning.
Oh, that's
about
right.
4 or 5. It's always the coldest.
Did you sleep well because it was an ambient and no tools, Tim?
Before sunrise. Jeez. And it didn't get freezing last night. It will get pretty darn cold here over the next couple of months as winter moves through for a day or so. Let's get that coffee going. Anyway, I did have to turn it on because every morning I've been having a bump on my fireplace or my furnace. And I love it. It is so cool how it cycles off.
So if it's a 30-inch, how tall would he be? I want to say I'm tall. I know I'm 5'9". Oh, okay. Because I'm not like somebody calculate. And he definitely doesn't like cuff his trousers.
Off and on, it puts out heat where I want it. The fireplace puts out heat in the living room here and right in my recliner chair there. But the furnace, it's got ducts all throughout the camper, but it gets hot quick. And it uses
5'7". Tim's not very tall then. I'm 5'9".
Propane. I'm only using a little bit of the screen. And we're going to go for a big, long walk this morning. Right out of here. I'm just walking out the door. Walk. That's my mission. 3 miles, about an hour walk. I'm enjoying, one bottle of Walmart water, you say that twice, is all you need to make to fill up to the 4-cup line, which makes me 2 cups of coffee. Confusing, right? Turn that off.
You're 6'5".
I believe the heater is safe. I love how it cycles off and on. I'm so glad I got it for $25. I've been wanting one.
That's a good
ever since the other one broke, even when I didn't need it. I'm like, I need that. I had it for years. It just feels great. This one's heavy. It's nice. I did pick it up and move it this morning, and it shut right off. I'm like, oh yeah, it's got that thing, that little thing that pops out on the bottom. The other one literally had to knock over. So this one's even better. That's probably what the new improvement is. Let's try this coffee out. I'm having the holiday blend. I've been really enjoying that. It's what Bob and Kathy sent me.
Now, Tim isn't more manic, guys. I sped him up to 1.5. Because he does seem a little more manic at this speed. Tar Heels always wants me to go ×3. I would never understand him. He seems like he's like having a bipolar manic episode at this moment. So it's I'm like feeling like I have a patient that's like really going like over the top, and it's just like so much energy coming my way. I'm a fairly energetic person too, but I can really feel others' energy.
Folks, with that heavy whipping cream, this Starbucks holiday blend and the Christmas blend. This is the holiday blend. Very synonymous. Smooth as a baby's butt. Folks.
No, he's not 5'10".
I'm telling you right now, that's the best cup of coffee I've ever drank in my life. And it's good coffee. I've been drinking the heck out of it. Fred loves it. Ted and Jolene loved it. We drank the Christmas blend over there. Thank you again, Saul, for getting us started on
I know, he said.
And thanks to me, I took Saul's coffee back to Starbucks and exchanged.
It's because Tim's a liar, pants on fire. His pants are going to be on fire soon with that space heater.
Change it for one that wasn't burnt or over roasted, as he says.
Don't forget the
otherwise, we
bold
would have never been promoting this and having people send it to me and me buying it and saying how good it is. Actually, I wouldn't be drinking it because if it was right up there with the rest of their stuff that I've ever tried. So trust me on this one. I'm a connoisseur of coffee. I only like smooth. And this is not what some people say. Saul says McDonald's is weak or watered. This is, especially that heavy whipping cream. Who was it? Jolene and them. They can't believe they never heard of heavy whipping cream. They use half and half. And they were thinking she's really confused on the whole carnivore diet about the fat being good for you and not a detriment. And
you want to see if he was wearing shoes? Oh yeah, here he is. Okay, so I'm at where am I at? 626. Okay, so here he is, right here. When he comes back, let me show you real fast. There he is. Oh, and he's look, guys. Tim looks like he's got heels on those shoes too. Do you think he does like the Tom Cruise trick and puts in like 3-inch like the little sliders into the shoes so that they give him like a lift inside the actual shoe itself so they don't know? People forcing up their height like men wearing heels. They'll just put those little things inside the shoe. 5'8's not very tall for a man. Tim, you're like shorter than I am, sweetheart. Oh, he would dislike me enormously. We already know that.
Happy birthday to me. Come on. I'm going to milk it, baby, because at midnight.
Oh, my Lord. Let me go back 10 seconds. Lord, listen to Tim. He sounds like he's drinking already. Look, that's a rough picture.
Oh, that's slurpable, man. You slurping with me this morning. I hope you are. Happy birthday to me. Come on. I'm going to milk it, baby, because at midnight, it's all over. It's all over for another year. It's all gone. Take it down. So, yeah, I'm going to Fred and Rafaela's today. I watched the bike this morning.
They are the heaven gates. Gates. See, that's the problem, Tim. When you have a group of people who are well-read and educated, we can laugh about all sorts of stuff that you don't even understand. You don't even know who Heaven's Gate are. But we recognize those. He's got his Heaven's Gates Nikes on. Well, we know he's the Tim Reaper.
And I'm going to take a walk and make another video of I think walking will make my mind talk. I would like to say before I end this morning chat video that yesterday's 2 videos, and Mama Tex actually pointed out to me, and you know what? When you're right, you're right. I will normally, we don't get it around here, folks. I will take out of my videos sometimes if I'm repeating myself or something boring or that, it's too long of a video and, that isn't interesting. But I put up 2 videos yesterday. I was so tired. When I went back to Whole Foods and I returned a couple of things to Amazon there, I pulled in the parking lot after just coming through a couple of red lights that had all these people trying to either get after Christmas deals, return their stuff, something.
I'm baffled. Didn't Tim, whose shoes? Mama Tex is telling you to edit the miserable parts of the videos from your videos the day before, not about the fact that you showed Miss Jolene's lady bits, her kitty cat. Mama Tex didn't figure out that you flushed Jolene's kitty cat. And it's 6.2 thousand views.
They're just always up there. That place is a zoo. And then I went on through that and I got to Whole Foods and then I get in there. There wasn't a parking spot to be had. I voiced my frustration and I was called out on it. And, is it my parking lot? Is it my Whole Foods? No. So, thank you. And I will exercise more patience. I will just have to know, hey, if you go up there.
Yeah, because you're such a good religious man. You're such a good Christian. No, Tim, it's just you are such a desperate content whore. I'm gonna try to watch my language. That you have to post stuff up without even looking to see to edit it. You don't care in what mood. And the thing is, it worked because you were really just trying to get people to feel sorry for you and to send them money. And it worked. Well, Mama Tex is going to send you money for your birthday anyway, but she wants to see you cheerful. And she obviously hasn't worked out that she looked at Jolene's kitty cat.
You just got to know. Or don't go.
That's
So
it for
it's
Tim
like, if you don't like these
prosperity.
videos, why are you watching? Say right back at you. And then last night's video, my daughter hit me up this morning with a happy birthday and said she was catching.
Oh, interesting. That was a good move, Gen X. Thank you. We haven't heard from Tim for the rest of the day after the foggy day. I'm guessing he went off to Fred and Rafaela's and took him off to the Longhorn Steakhouse. I'm sure we'll get some videos. But I am surprised he didn't milk out. But it is his birthday, so he is busy with some birthday stuff. And maybe his neighbors at the RV park did something with him too. And everyone told him he had to put the camera down.
Up this morning over coffee, my videos, and she said, I can tell, she's being kind, that you were tired last night, just talking there. Hey, sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. What can I say? All right. But I do recognize.
Oh, of course not. That's driving traffic. Tim has to put that one up on his TV too. That way he can watch it, from the YouTube. Because he got himself YouTube Premium, so he doesn't even have to have ads. He can stop it and speed it up and slow it down.
A couple of things regarding my videos. Enough said. Now, man, this is. I'm going to finish this one. And I got a loose thread here. Keep right my hand down my pocket. I feel Walmart. I feel a loose thread. I've got on my new only $65 Nike shoes.
3 that we are aware of.
The black ones. I told you never wear white jeans. My daughter told me that. Never wear white shoes with blue jeans. She want to show how old you are, nerdy you are. Sorry. There you go. Look. See how much better black looks? Even though it's got a white sole.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like the black sole on black shoes in sneakers because you look like you work at a restaurant. So have a white sole on it anyway.
Well, that's okay. You look like you're going into the Heaven's Gate cult. Look like a waiter. Oh, my God. It's nothing that, that's Tim's great fear. Because he knows he doesn't look like he has a lot of money. So it's very easy for people to then assume, that he might have a lowly profession like, something, some hard, honest work like waiting tables, like being a server. How would Tim doesn't want to have people think he's to be a server, serving on people. This trash bag of a man.
But these Wranglers, man, I'm going to order them online, have them deliver me a couple more pair. I really like them. They feel good. They're comfortable. Slim, straight. If you're a little chunk like me, short-legged, nah, I'm not that far around. I put it on, and today I'm going to put it on. But I'm going to walk right now, and I'm going to be resetting.
No. No. Nobody called them out on Tim on that one. No, nobody would dare to.
After today's aglio e aglio. That's exactly how you say it. I've got it copied and pasted. If you Google it, the traditional spaghetti, olive oil, and garlic. And it is.
I have no idea why he made such a statement, Gen X. It's just Tim's usual sort of, looking down on others, I guess. I mean, I have no idea. I didn't realize there was supposedly, I've served tables before. I have no problem with that. I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of great people. I made a lot of really good friends, actually, that I'm still friends with to this day. I mean, who were customers at the place I worked at. He always looks down on others. He really does. This is the narcissism where he really does truly believe that he is so much better than everybody else. It really does, with nothing to warrant it. You don't even have a 100K YouTube plaque, Tim.
So simple to make. If you ladies or you gentlemen, if you cook, dare to make this straight. You can fry an egg. You can make it. If you dare to make this. You like spaghetti? Who doesn't like spaghetti, right? Well, it's not red.
Slab.
It's a good olive oil. A good olive, very important.
Well, we call it a trailer because Tim loves me the most when I tell him, because he's going to talk about it at some point.
Extra virgin. You can get, I don't use angel hair. I like regular spaghetti. Okay, spaghetti, good olive oil, virgin olive oil, extra virgin. She can't ever been touched. And then get some garlic, fresh garlic, not salt. Get it when it presses or chop it. If you're good, mince it. Put it in the olive oil. Here's the secret. If you Google it, this is the secret. A lot of places might not tell you. You put it in hot.
Well, that's because he and Tammy obviously got into it, because he and Tammy were living together at some point, because those loans that he took out were at the time. I think he and Tammy were living over at Lakewood Ranch in 21. So
olive oil. Well, guess what?
Yeah,
if it starts browning like a second, you throw it in there, you hear it sizzling. The oil's too hot. And the garlic is just going to brown and burn. And you basically just got pure olive oil with some garlic chunks. You want the garlic to infuse the oil by letting it tan slowly. It doesn't take long. And you want the oil relatively hot. You know what I'm saying? Just where it just doesn't, burn. And let that oil and garlic and that minced garlic all of a sudden turn a little tan. Take it off the eye. I would say, if you can cook a good 5 minutes.
Because Tim's the expert in everything. Can't you tell? This guy's going to come to your house. He's going to hang out. And he's going to tell you about what an expert he is at absolutely freaking everything. He can cook Italian food better than a goddamn Italian. Don't you know that? How dare you question this man?
Minutes. Let that oil infuse that garlic. Then you pour it over your pasta. Some people believe in rinsing pasta, others don't. And when you put it on the plate, this is another. Listening? You listening? It's got to swim in it. I don't mean you just pour a little olive oil and garlic over your pasta. When you get down to the end of the pasta, or when you're getting it, if you spin it on your fork, it needs to be in a shallow pool of this oil and garlic. So make plenty of the oil and garlic, depending on the amount of pasta you're making. When I got it for the first time in Fort Lauderdale, it came on a plate about that wide, and it was a deep plate. It wasn't a plate, and you can put Parmesan over it, some crushed red pepper or something. There's some traditional things, but if you have nothing but the oil and garlic,
well, you can.
And this pasta,
Kim can't make that dish. He's a carnivore. How dare you? Remember, he's off the carbs, everybody. He's looking his best ever. God, I hope I don't look this rough at 67. I can't say I don't look rough. But I have to say, I've been at work all day in my prison job, which I don't find my job a prison job. The only part about my job that I don't like is all the charting. I have to do so much charting, and it's starting to be hard to type with my, that's the one thing I worry about, getting the arthritis fingers so young, and I've seen just horrific arthritis in my family. And so it's just kind of the thing that I've always been dreading in my life, I'm just hoping every year I'm like, God, please come up with a cure. Please come up with some type of something better than, Tylenol, arthritis, and Voltaren gel, please. And, difluconate sodium.
I looked at it and I said, it's swimming. I mean, it's in like a bowl of cereal. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but plenty of oil and garlic. And that garlic, you can see, was tan.
Not at his age.
And here's when you know it's good. And I'll move on. When it's coming out of your pores and you smell like garlic for like 2 days, you had a good one. And that's the only problem about it. Is if I eat onions or garlic, it sticks with me. I can't take it.
That'd be interesting to know if that's an Ambien with the O'Doul's side effect. Maybe he's all red-faced from getting so much sun on that motorbike. Oh, no, he had a full-face helmet. Oh, probably the coffee.
But I do love it. And, it's good going down, but it does stick with me. So I'm going to have this on my birthday, and then I'm going to reset, and I'm going to begin to crush it.
Oh, gosh, Tim. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Oh, all right, Tim. He was just like on a manic high there. All right, guys. He's still not reappeared. So he is obviously having his best Longhorn steakhouse. Maybe it was here he talked about the Longhorn steakhouse. There was one of the videos that we know that he was all excited because he got his guest, and he always tries to act about how incredibly excited he is about all this stuff. And you should, because people are very kind to send you anything, Tim. But his birthday views are, Tim, people are, they're all about that Christmas dinner, though. You should be thanking me for increasing your views on that video, Tim. Thanks to me, that video probably getting way more views, sir. You're welcome. Happy birthday, Tim. All right, let's get to the last one. Finish out this live stream. All right, where are we with the poll? I kind of almost gave up with the poll. Not that I didn't give up, but I haven't looked at my poll lately. All right, where are we at? Whoa, 135 votes, 136. That's awesome. I'm so excited. Keep voting. Will Sarasota Tim have a good birthday? Okay. If he gets buy me a coffees, 31%. And we already know that Mama texted him a buy me a coffee. And that made him happy. Okay. He got $300 in buy me a coffees, guys. $300. Promise you, that's more than my parents would have sent me for a birthday gift. And about 300 times more than what my grandma would have spent. I found this gift anyway. It's amazing. Get to be a locale like Tim and pop out a little pity party. And, you know, he'll be all about it. Okay. Now he's miserable, say 62%. Absolutely crushing it, say 7. Maybe he's crushing it at the Longhorn Steakhouse at the moment. You just got off work at VA hospital? Oh, your vets are humble and kind like that. Yeah. With A, yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, you work at the VA hospital. Thank you for your hard work. We appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, and you know, it must be great to know that Tim calls us all having prison jobs and looks like down in the mouth on anybody. He's like, he really does believe that he's elevated above anybody else, that he is a higher status. He is worth so much more than any of the rest of us who have jobs, regular jobs, who are hardworking, contributing members of society. He really doesn't care for any of us. He really thinks that, yeah, he is a turd. He's a turd. All right, Tim, get your last bit of misery out.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota Tim. Birthday, Sarasota Tim. Look at this London fog. We've had it every morning for a couple of days. What makes fog?
Weird. David.
Ooh, the crusher's dirty. Yeah, and the moisture's just reeking off of it.
Oh.
Dripping. I don't know why I need sunglasses other than
David.
I'm going to wear them.
Awesome super sticker.
Everything
David is a fantastic supporter of this channel. I really do. And you all are fantastic supporters of this channel. Ben said you are amazing. Well, thank you, David. I appreciate that so very much. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. And the puppies really appreciate it because they're the ones who get the best pulse of it. I don't even care about my lighting, guys. I am like the worst live streamer ever. But thank you. That was very sweet. Thank you. Puppies are worn out finally. Everybody heard it. Roscoe was telling me off for not giving him puppy biscuits when I came in from their walk this evening because I was doing stuff to get ready for the live stream. And I had to give them cookies. And then they played and got really loud. And then they ate some bones. And now they're asleep on the couch and chair. That's what we go through most nights. Yes, thank you. Smartest not working or paying child support. Yeah, he don't want to do that. All right, keep going, Tim.
Eyes are always sensitive.
Yes, they are.
So let's go for a walk. Who needs a locker truck? Yeah, I'm going to do this for the first time today. I'm just going to walk right on down my... God, look at this. And you got sunglasses on? I bet my screen on my phone's going to fog up. Let me take these off right now. It's going to burn off later, though. You can't keep that heater down.
Tim, you don't clean your phone before you film. That was the one thing every time I made sure I went out with my iPhone was I was cleaning that lens. Because you'll see a dirty lens real fast.
It's going to burn. And it's 58, so... I'm not overdressed in my jeans.
And I agree about the water. It's a bit of a waste.
You know, I was going to Google.
You need a good, like,
if I wear my earbuds,
the most?
Will that act as a microphone to... God, look, you can't even see the end of the road. This might be a little dangerous, right? Here comes a guy driving with no lights on his car. Yeah, people don't have a clue. I don't have a clue either, right? Walking down but I can hear them coming. I'll just step over to the side when they go by in that muddy, wet crap. Maybe I'll just walk around my neighborhood again. Yeah.
This is the real Tim. When he told me, I'm such a good, pious, religious man. I don't think they would come out and just degrade people the way you do, Tim.
I'll do that. Do that then. We have a dog run over here, back over there. There's the dumpster. How interesting, right? So hope I don't disturb anybody. Of course, it's Monday. It's time to get back to. And they went all out.
Cute.
Jeez, boy.
They went all out.
This is where Dominic lives. Remember? Come out, Dominic. Come out. We know you're in there. He's gone. His unit's gone. I was talking last night. Motorcycle. And I'm thinking that my true happiness.
I wouldn't like him if I was his neighbors after he called them drunks and shopaholics.
My happiness is only going to come from, I'll tell you where it's going to come from. Yeah, we know it comes from the good Lord and worshiping him. And he brings to you.
Did the good Lord also tell you to keep Jolene's private parts up on your video after you struck my video and know perfectly clearly what my video was about? And did you edit then? The one with the thing with no, you've left it up there, Tim. You're a good Christian man. Did Christians take $52,400 from the American taxpayer too, without guilt or conscience? I'm just wondering.
What he knows you want in your life.
Down below.
And I think that if it comes to fruition that I actually, tour, it's not going to happen for a couple months, folks. Shoot, where can you go? Where can you go? We're just getting started here on this winter. And that's what's kind of a bummer to me is, what am I supposed to do over the next couple of months when I can ride my bike? I'm in Florida. I guess that's what I'll do. I'll just take some.
He would be a nightmare in the hospital. Oh, God. He would try to flatter you and butter you up, but then start saying just absolute obscene nonsense about, third leading cause of death and stuff inside the hospital. And, say the doctors don't know what they're doing and stuff. Oh, he'd be real popular real quick. Oh, we're used to dealing with these types, though. I promise you. I've had come to Jesus moments with these types before.
Short rides, get time in the saddle, go some places. I don't want to go like Orlando or Disney or anything. I don't like Disney, and I don't.
I know. He just obviously decided that he needed to get out and film, and he couldn't just sit out there and cook out breakfast. I guess I don't know. Maybe someone's taking him for breakfast. He looks rough. Oh, this makes me make sure. This is because he doesn't sleep well. He really needs to address his issues with sleep by not drinking enormous amounts of caffeine every day. He doesn't like the taste of water, he says, which is wild. There's nothing better than icy water. I drink a whole thing of my jug of icy water every day. And then other drinks on top of it, But, you got to cut the coffee out after a certain amount of time. I have a couple of coffees, and then I'm at work. And when I'm at work, I never get coffee. I don't have any access to anything like that. Once I'm at my job, I'm kind of in lockdown mode. Oh, my gosh. You look rough, Tim, on your birthday. You're not looking good. But you got to 67, so that's good. All right, keep going, Tim.
Necessarily want
he's gone.
to drive in Orlando traffic. And it's probably jammed with people. I have nothing against it. Let's say some friends or my daughter came down. They wanted to go. Like we were going to go to Dollywood when I was up in Pigeon Forge. I was across the street from it. I definitely would have gone. It's like a Disney World. But I bought the bike and I had to get down to Georgia, which was just 25 minutes from her house where the guy lived that had it. And
I know. You just had to get that bike. You couldn't go to Dollywood with your family, which was a trip that they were planning. No. Tim had to do Tim. I'm sure he pulled this shite his whole entire dang life. Couldn't even just sit the fuck still, pardon my French. And I came from a port town. And chill out and go to Dollywood with his family and just be a normal human being. No. He had that money burning a hole in his pocket from the American taxpayer, and he had to turn around. Well, who knows at this point? But it's always going to be American taxpayer money until it's paid off. And turned around and bought this motorbike because he was obsessing about motorbikes, sitting in his camper, and didn't do that. And then he's going to talk about going to some, seriously, Tim, you're just a talker. You don't get stuff done. I mean, at least you're talking, do it, you know? I mean, I guess you did get the bike, but you didn't. I mean, I always said he never got to Dollywood. Didn't give a shite.
If I didn't go, I wouldn't have that bike because it was sold
had to pay
2 or 3 times over.
Exactly.
By other people. I know that bike will sell for close to what I paid for it a year or so from now, more than I paid for it right now. I wouldn't take what I paid for it.
On the Ambien.
Plus, I put $2 grand in it. Not in it, but
yeah, that's probably the only reason why he keeps up with his practitioners is to get that dang Ambien. And if they knew how much coffee he was drinking a night, they wouldn't be prescribing him Ambien. They would say, okay, well, you need to cut the coffee out first. Then tell us if you can sleep. And he'd probably lie about that. Yeah, I cut the coffee out and I can't sleep, just to get the Ambien and do whatever he wants. He's an addict.
On stuff. And I don't know about $2 grand. I'm counting a tent. Ain't got nothing to do with that motorcycle. But I'm just saying things that this guy came pretty hot in that turn. I didn't think he was going to stop. This is a busy street. I'm going to go down here.
Yeah.
If you don't go to a park or whatever, here I go complaining.
You know, but it's new. You know, Tim doing Tim, it's new. Because, you know, as he always works out in these videos, you know, if Tim's, you know, he's only got one life to live. If he's not doing Tim, imagine this guy being your dad. I mean, my dad was useless too.
You know about all the people.
But I wouldn't be like his daughter.
Look at this.
Oh, my dad.
Oh, it's dripping off the tree. It's starting to fall off as that sun comes up.
My dad at 21 tried to make contact with me, and I was like, no, you don't get away with it. I want nothing to do with it. You don't get to creep back in here. Best decision I ever made.
I believe the motorcycle was meant to be. Man, when I get on it, it is such an amazing machine. I hate to brag, but it's just, you know, this is my 4th one, and I was watching some videos last night of the previous generation. The one I had, it was bitching. I mean, seriously nice. 6-cylinder, same motor. It's just that this automatic transmission thing is really, I mean, people are like, well, everybody wants it. There's a few people that are like, you know, you got to shift, you know, what's a motorcycle without clutching it and all that. I never want to do it again. It is so easy to scooter around. Just, and that thing, the way it sounds and shifts, it's like you're doing it. It's a cool sound. And then when you put it in sport mode or these other modes.
Walking at tight pants point with poor Miss Jolene. I'm glad you sent them that picture, Gen X. If you need, I can send you a really good, I know you got a good shot. I'm about to say, if you want one where I found that looked real medical, let me know.
That's another cool factor of it. But I'm going to get the front tire put on it. Got to do that anyway before going across country. It's not bald yet, but it needs it. I'm just going to put it on. It's going to make it like brand new again. All right, let's talk about something else. All right. Boring the ladies.
Boring the ladies. Yeah, you bored us a long time ago, Tim. Yes, nobody likes a braggart. And you have to cross a fine line, you know, sometimes. And it's a lesson that's been pointed out to me in my life about saying things about myself. And people say, you're so full of yourself. So I get it. But the thing is, the difference is I would reflect upon that and actually listen to my friends and be like, yeah, you're probably right about that. Or, you know, I'm sorry. I was just telling the story. I'm sorry if it came out like I was, you know, full of myself or whatever, you know? So it is that sort of fine line of telling a story and then sounding like a braggart, you know? And I think that is, as you get older, you hopefully learn to find where that line is, you know, where you're not, are you being more self-deprecating as well? Or, you know, and it really is. And it really is because you listen to people and you're okay with taking criticism, because if people feel comfortable, you should always be respectful for the fact that someone's taken the time to actually try to intervene in your behaviors in the hopes you'll be a better person at the end of the day. And as much as it's hard to take that information in, it's beneficial to you at the end of the day. And this is why, where Tim wants to dog on people who work in prison jobs and stuff, one thing that we have to learn as people who are professionals is how to interact with people and have to have interprofessional relationships with each other and show a modicum of respect for what others do. Tim doesn't have any of that. He just has respect for shallow, materialistic shit, pardon my French, but it's just about money. And who's got that big boat over there? And this, that, and the other. And then he wants to say that he's a good Christian. He's just a grifter. Oh.
Boring them to they're hanging themselves. Okay. 3 are on the chair, ready to jump off. What's going on in my life? My life? Well, about 6 months ago, back in 1958, 6 months ago, a really, where are all these cars coming from? A real turn happened. You know, changing my relationship. I changed my diet major, went on this, carnivore thing, and stuck with it. I did a really good.
Who are you talking to? Who are you convincing that you did a really good job and stuck with it? Tim, if you were cheating behind it on your carnivore diet and nobody's seeing what you were convincing the audience that you were sticking with it, fine. One, I don't agree with carnivore diet, as everybody knows. I wouldn't stick you on that diet anyway. It's a terrible diet. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, especially somebody who's aging, who supposedly has a coronary artery or calcium score that's up in the 1000s. Definitely wouldn't. But Tim, this is the result of a man at 67 going through Erickson's, at the end of life, the final stages of Erickson's development. And I think it's like wisdom versus something like regret or something at this stage. Something of that nature. So basically, you're either going to leave a legacy or you're going to be, regretting stuff, or, I can't remember that. You know all these things off by heart. But basically, Tim is not sitting in the legacy side, in my opinion.
Good job. I really made good efforts and made some gains. And then, of course, I stopped. Good morning. And, hey, look, this guy put a little thing here. It's kind of a dip. So he's got a little deal there. Not bad. And so that was kind of like the beginning of like thinking about things and changes in my life that I wanted to.
Well, in England, it's extremely rude to even ask people what they do for a living, because if you ask somebody what they do for a living, you're trying to ascertain what is their position in society, what is their level of wealth, and therefore you're trying to make an assertion as to whether or not you want to associate with that people. And people would always find it very shocking in England that the first questions that Americans ask is, what do you do for a living? Because it's such a huge part of an American's identity and part of the culture here, and I understand. Despite the accent, I was born here and I've had family here my whole life. Just grew up in the UK and got a really English accent. But yeah. Tim's got he's just, can you imagine the conversation with him would just be about Tim talking about Tim. He's got no ability to probably go into any depth in conversation. You could tell just by how irritated and annoyed everybody was at that Christmas dinner with him. Probably just he's a boring conversationalist because the only thing he talks about is himself. Fred's like literally his dad, having to listen to Tim's problems and give him advice. Gosh, you think at 67 he would have some wisdom to him, and he's standing here as a man still trying to figure it out. Anyway, that's my thought.
Then I started watching. I'm getting some people that know my number personally contacting me, wishing me happy birthday. That was Chip. Thank you, Chip. It just got me more cognizant of, need to be healthy, quit the drinking thing,
Oh, this is an interesting part when he starts talking about all this drinking. So I'm going to concentrate on this part for a minute, guys. Yes, I used to call chicken nuggets kids crack.
A couple times since you guys have been watching me. I used to drink in the beginning of the videos, my early days, a lot. And quit, started, went on the near beers. I don't know if I'm going to buy anymore. I bought a 6-pack of old duels, and I'm down to like 2 or 3 or 2 or something. Not only they're not doing anything for me, it was just, I have a hard time finding something I want to drink. I don't want to drink Diet Cokes. I really don't. Occasionally. They're not my thing anymore. They were. Maybe a good...
Tim, drink water. You know that as you age, you start to lose your thirst mechanism. So you start to actually have less, desires, which is, I'm glad you want to drink fluids. Because as you age, you want less of it. You should be drinking water. Okay, it's good to, if you want to have a cup of coffee in the morning, great. If you want to enjoy a duels or something in the evening, great. Drink water in the rest of the time is my recommendation.
At McDonald's is okay, but these cans, they suck. And then the beers, you still get those calories. You're not benefiting yourself. So, and water, I need to drink more water, but I find it.
Tim is an eclectic channel where he talks about himself and grifts for money. He's basically like the girls of Girl World, but just in a male version. That's what Tim is. Tim just talks about stuff and we just find out that he's a liar.
Like I'm not reaching for it like I should. Some people buy like this canister that has so many ounces that they believe they need to consume every day by the end of the day. And so that's good. I woke up this morning, actually, that crossed my mind. Like, Tim, you drank those beers yesterday. You need to drink more water. You didn't get thirsty because you drank those non-alcoholic beers. I guess they got water in them. And so you weren't dying of thirst. But
yeah, but it still could dehydrate you, Tim. And then goodness knows what you've been eating. So depending on how much salt content you've been taking in too, it could, and the coffee, Tim, okay? Coffee is a diuretic. So supposing you have all this common sense and all these people with master's degrees and all this stuff, they don't know anything like you do. You understand coffee's a diuretic, don't you?
You didn't drink really any water yesterday. You drank coffee. You drank non-alcoholic beers. So we got to drink more water. So like I said before, you take your weakest link in your life and you focus on it and you make it your strongest link. And now you got a new weakest link. And you keep progressing.
I must be rich then, Ross, because I also enjoy unsweet iced tea. That's one of my drinks that I get from Panera Bread. I don't like sugar. Sometimes I'll put a little bit of their lemonade on the top, and that will give me a little bit of sweetness. But I am a fan of an unsweet. That sweet tea, oh my God, I cannot. But unsweet cold tea, oh my God. Yeah, I have to watch it. I got told off by my dentist for tea.
I've always been the type of person, and I've promoted this on the channel my whole life. I wanted to improve. I watch self-improvement videos. I've read self-improvement books. I want to learn from other people that are smart. I watch the YouTube videos, and I just want to improve everything about my life. My knowledge in God and the Bible.
Really? Your knowledge? He wants to improve everything about his life. Can you imagine? He's 67. These are supposed to be the days where you have wisdom to give your life. You should be already, not to be rude, but already having a lot of these as part of your habits probably at 67. Not that I don't have patients who haven't been great with their food and their health, and we do have to have conversations around this. I'm not saying that everybody, but you would just hope. It's Tim wake up every 67th birthday feeling this way. Everyone who asks me like what I want to do next, I'm like, Tim, like retire. I'm still obviously, finishing out my master's because I would be the first female in my family to have a master's degree, and I would like to be that person. So that's just a personal goal of mine. it could be. Do I really want to take on the rigors of trying to take on all that work? Probably not.
How to eat right and exercise correctly, everything I want to be proficient at, my thinking, and then discovering what, this was one of the, I know I'm bouncing around. I knew walking would make my mind go. I knew that,
Well, the problem is a lot of my tea is hot with some milk in it. So that's not something I usually want to drink through a straw. And also being a lady, I was never a fan of the straw because of the lines on the lips. Yes, we all have our vanities.
I started eschewing the media from my life. And, you look back and you say, holy cow, look how much time you wasted. Let me hurry up, get past this house with this barking dog. How much time I wasted.
Not that you can't have goals in retirement, but Tim is like acting like I'm listening like to somebody who sounds like they're waking up on their 35th birthday, I mean, not that people shouldn't always have self-improvement. I don't ever want to downplay that we don't all always have areas for improvement. But I guess I would just hope that by 67, you would be more comfortable in your skin, because that's really the stage of development you're supposed to be in, Tim. And if this is where your mind is, you are not developing in a healthy course of, the way that psychologists look at human development. And I always have to read these things. I'm always like, oh, shoot, I got divorced. I don't have any kids. I'm married now, But then I think about other areas that I've taken the time to develop, which has been my career and the fact that I do work. And I've maintained a long career working as an RN and have a great deal of fun doing what I do. I love working with my patients. And I've been very happy to have found something that has been fulfilling in that way. Tim, on the other hand, I don't think Tim's fulfillment is financial. And I just feel like he's like, oh my gosh. And he's just watching way too many YouTube channels or something. I don't.
Listening to that, believing in that, like it did anything in my life. There's nothing in your life either. You sit there and you watch it. And all those hours you could be, doing something productive.
Oh,
and when I started saying a long time ago that I wasn't watching it or caring about it anymore, that's true.
Congratulations for being the first for your bachelor's too. I had, as we know, a mother who did not go to college and was pregnant at high school. My real dad actually was became a history teacher. So
I wasn't. I definitely wasn't. And now I hardly ever at all look at it. Yeah, these trees are dripping on me. A couple ladies out here watching me walk and talk with my selfie stick, wondering, what you doing? Every time I hold this and talk, people act like they've never seen a phone before.
I know.
So, yeah, I got rid of the news. I got rid of eating. I'm going to eat cake today. But I'll be resetting for sure. And I can see the benefits when I try to think right, when I try to act right, when I try to do right, when I try to exercise correctly, when I put the effort.
I am so sorry to hear that. I know that there have been many people who've been able to, and I am so sorry. I am so sorry to hear that. That's tough. That's tough, especially if you still have loans to pay for having gotten that degree. Was lucky that half of mine was paid by an employer and I just took on the other part, But I'm so sorry.
Efforts out when I go somewhere and do something. When I make a purchase. When I bought the Honda car, it was nice. When I got the Goldwing, it's nice. When I got my camper, it's great. Yeah. When I decided to start living in an RV instead of living in an apartment.
Oh God, Cat would drive Tim mad. Tim is way too selfish. I wouldn't put any poor animal on if that's selfish SOB. This man couldn't take care of an animal. He would bulk at a vet bill. He's too if he couldn't take care of his children, far less an animal.
My house or being a roommate anymore. It's fantastic. All these little things. Now, some things I said, okay, I don't need that anymore. That was not a mistake, but I don't really need.
Tim is talking about the fact. Is Tammy the roommate you're talking about, Tim? Tim is like, 67. I don't need a roommate. That's why he hates me.
And I was able to get out of it, you know. Some I lost a couple of dollars, some I was even, some I made money. But here I am now, 67 today, and I am a self-proclaimed minimalist. I live in an RV by myself. I have no relationship with anyone.
Oh, it definitely happened.
And I own a motorcycle.
Oh yeah, Tim has quite the history. He got married at 16 to a woman who was like 26. He tells you about it. And had a kid right at that age. He's his daughter. So it's not many years between he and his daughter. It's like she's almost like a mother figure to him.
Go for a toy, a nice one, an expensive one. I have a very nice truck to tow my home with, and a very nice home, my camper. And so that's it. I mean, what more, what less does someone my age want to brag about owning less than? I mean, it's an achievement, and it's also not too much. I got this little shed to put things in. It's really to the point where I'm at right now, even though I went through some issues emotionally with someone and my physical life, where am I? I have no idea where I'm at. Where did I go?
Does Tim never walk around his neighborhood? Oh my gosh, he's really philosophical today. So he's sending out the cat calls to Tammy again. Tammy, meow. Tammy, meow. That's what he's doing. He's cat calling Tammy. Oh, he's confessed. He said he was off and on the sauce because we know he was drinking right up to the time to Key West. Off and on. Tammy. This time Tammy came back, he was drinking.
I've come full circle. I've probably circled a few times. As you may have. All these people are going to prison jobs. It's 8:15. I like this walking. I got to find another route. And I just kind of had a flash in my mind talking about going full circle of all the stuff I've done in these compact few years of 67, of which 16 of them were, well, only like 12 of them were.
Yes, I'm always astounded.
Not anything I can remember because I got married at 16.
Here he goes. He's about to tell us right again, Gen X. Yeah, because I didn't know everything about Tim at the time. I just, because I had been watching his videos, but obviously like off and on, I didn't watch them all. So I didn't hear them all. And then he went naked in front of the refrigerator. I was like, oh, goodness me. But here he goes. Talking about 16 married. All right, take it away, Tim.
And then at 14, 15, and 16 years old in junior high and high school, as long as I stayed in it, I have great memories of the things that we did in high school in Lake Worth. Meeting girls and playing football and going fishing on the pier and the inlet and boating and skiing and all the things that young Florida guys do. Hung out with some great guys that taught me a lot. I stayed out of trouble, and I did my schooling. I didn't ever skip school. I went to school.
Tim, you said you left school at like 16. I don't even know if you have a GED. And then you said you ran off with your friend. Sounds to me like you skipped school. Take it from somebody who's been in school every decade of her life. And has been in higher education for a lot of them. Sorry, I might have to cough. Let me let Tim talk. Let me mute my mic.
Till I quit and went to California, got married. And I turned out to be not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I got some serious common sense. I mean, I know people that have been to school, they're still in school, and they ain't got a lick of common sense. I mean, it's really kind of, kind of embarrassing. You get that kind of education, masters and stuff like that. Good morning.
Who do you think he's talking about? Think about it. You don't know anybody like that. They still in school. Masters. Who talks about their master's degree? I guess I'm the braggart who talks about their master's degree. Tim, you don't have common sense. Okay? I have way more common sense than you have. And I have the education too. You know how I have way more common sense? Because I bought my condo in 2003 at 82.5. Okay. In the city of Virginia Beach, right in the oceanfront district. Okay. So right in the beach resort area. Okay. I live next to like some really nice stuff. All right. I'm at the beach too. I could walk to the beach from my house as well. Okay. Promise you. It's you already flashed that I've its value is like I've made like 200,000, so it's like 280 now on a condo. Okay, little old condo. My condo is not new. All right, this is not bragging. I'm just getting it, Tim. And the common sense between his CC Rider car decision and my condo decision. Okay. That I made in 2003, and I've managed to maintain the property, even when I was in taking my second bachelor's degree, Tim, and made the fortuitous choice to give myself a good second career as I got older, and I wasn't even that old at the time. I know who you're trying to dig at, Tim. I wouldn't have lost $10,000 on a car. I've got a very simple, pretty basic vehicle. That's nothing fancy, but it's, I have everything that, that I can do within that. I don't go too much above my means. Do I empty my septic tank every week? No, I don't. Unfortunately. So, you're right. You put me in my place, darling. I don't get the pleasure of emptying my septic. My house is on wheels. It's not. It's on the second floor of the condo. I got to go up the stairs. I played in a bar in Canada. These guys said a grifter came into town. They took him in the woods and duct-taped the grifter to a tree for 3 days and nights. Oh, God. I heard worse stories in Mexico. All right, keep going, Tim.
And can't cross the street. Really weird walking around here in London. I'm not easily seen either out here walking around with a selfie stick. So I don't have a lot of cars going by to disrupt. Oh, there's a bunch of fireworks.
Oh yeah,
that's where all the damn bombs are going.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. You get to the hip neighborhood. I'm in the hip area too. Where all the peeps want to live. All the action down here. You can ride a beach cruiser and hit every event that's happening here at the beach. And, right here at the resort area. I'm right in the resort district, right next to the arts district. Absolutely. That's the way to do it. You go, girl. See, Tim is looking for the nurse with the purse, because he wants to get hitched up again. And he got way more common sense than any of us. He's been checking his emails. Because he's got to see if I sent that counter notification.
He's calling me. I have to call him back. Wishing me happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
And see, he's old school. He'll call your ass. He don't do that. He texts too. He does. He texts quite a bit.
By the American
but he wants to make it more personal. So
yeah, his is bought by the American taxpayer. The rest of us actually pay taxes. And contribute to property taxes so kids can get educated and have school education and stuff. That's where our property taxes go, Tim. So you, who had 3 kids, never owned a home, never paid property tax, never paid a lick in reality because you always talked about skipping rent. So were you contributing even to the school systems that your children were being educated in? No. Promise you, I've contributed a lot to this very good education system we have here in Virginia Beach. I am in one of the best districts here in the Beach District for kids' schools. So there you go. But you haven't contributed shite, Tim. You want to talk about you've got way more of this, that, and that, and the other.
I'll call him back in just a minute. I definitely need to reach back to him. So anyway, let me go ahead and do that. I'll make another video later. This is just kind of a rambling. I did want to walk. Got some baby dolls here.
Oh, that's
a couple of good baby dolls.
That was a wild thing. All right, Tim. Tell us about how you're going to crush it. He's gone out no more videos for this birthday. So who the heck knows what happened? So it was 10 o'clock at night. We don't even, either he's having issues with something or somebody hit him on the road in that fog. Or somebody needs to check the local news in Bradenton. Or Tim just having the best birthday of his life. Because Darling put out a great video today. And of course, he's just striking me. Just because that's the way Serotonin Tim, guys, woke up on his birthday and chose violence against the Life and Vibe channel. And gave me a copyright strike, guys. But I had already ready to go because I knew he was going to pull this shenanigan. I already had my shorts. That was an AI that I already had that thing clipped and ready to go. Thank you, StreamYard. Because I knew he would pull it. I was like, if he pulls these shenanigans, I'm going to put the short out. Lo and behold, he did. Tim, we know you. So easy to read. All right, Tim, take it away.
So thank you for your birthday wishes again. And I'll talk to you very quickly. Crush it.
Yeah. All right. Yay. Oh, that's a great shot to end with. I love that smile, ladies. Don't you want to? Oh, my gosh. That's a really unfortunate. He's really, I don't think they can correct those teeth often when they have those sort of snaggled teeth. I don't know. Often, like dentists don't often correct those. Life and Vibe sounds more fun, positive and fun than Sarasota Tim. Absolutely. That's why reactors are here. Because we take this dull content and hopefully make it a little bit more fun. That's the whole idea of the fangs. Yeah. He was oh, yes. Oh, he does have that sewer hookup at the Slab, doesn't he? Yeah. He's in a much better place now. Those teeth. Look at that. Oh, I bet the bad breath. Well, he said he needed to get another tooth looked at, Tim, because it's been at least 6 months since he went. My girl cleaning my teeth's got me on a 4-month schedule at the moment. I must be really hitting the T's. That's a smile from a con man. That's the duper's delight right there. Because he thinks he got me. That's why he's talking about, I got more in this sense and that sense than this person and blah, blah, blah. And then I just realized that, a bunch of stuff. That he's just gonna he knows not to do it too much though, because he knows he's walking the fine YouTube line. My attorneys already reported him. I'm just always surprised, but then again, it's taken with some of the channels in Girl World and stuff. It's taken a long time to get some of these really problematic channels like demonetized and stuff. And the fact that Tim still's got that video up of Jolene is just wild. And thank you, Gen X, for contacting them on behalf of the community, because it couldn't come from me. Because obviously, we can't go into the poo as the reaction channels, so technically we kind of have to stay away. We make reactions and commentary on stuff, but as far as like trying to communicate or associate with anybody, that's usually like a no-go. You're going to end up being the side character. And so I appreciate you notifying them. And maybe we haven't heard from Tim today because maybe they did call him about it. I would be horrified. But then again, he still has that video. So if he thinks he's going to lose the friendship, Tim would probably lose his friendship with Teddy and Jolene just to keep up that video for a measly $100 or whatever. That's what's so wild about this person. He's so, he's just so wild with this channel. I mean, I understand that. And I understand that people get like, oh, he's just trying to make a living and this, that, and you should leave him alone. No, he took money from the American taxpayer. He's a con artist. Darling knows it. We know it. No, I appreciate that, Gen X. I'm so glad you did that. And I know that many of you have been really awesome in reporting his video. I reported it too. I'll be honest. I reported it a couple of times because it literally went from 503 to 506 that it was all there and out there. And he talks about being a good Christian and stuff like that. And even being aware that people could perceive it that way, he still has left it up there, which just debunks any of his arguments that he tries to have that he's a good Christian or that he's this stellar human being. There's no growth in this human. You are going to be stuck every birthday, Tim, sitting there trying to figure out what you could have done better about your life. I think at 67 years old, I like I said, I commend anybody for exercising because you should. This is the age. It's the one thing that Tim is doing that I would give him props for is getting out and exercising and walking, because that is the best and least expensive prescription that I could give anybody aging is to keep active, keep exercising, keep mentally active, keep mentally sharp. I wouldn't recommend riding a motorbike with a janky eye, though. It went U.S. mail. 100% is free. It's like Tim cares about money. That's what I'm saying. I cannot believe with it all being spoken about that he still leaves the video up there. So I want to make sure that I close out this poll. My gosh, 155 votes. That was awesome. Thank you, guys. Will Sarah say, Tim, have a good birthday? 31% say if he gets buy me a coffee. 62% say no, he is miserable. And 7% say absolutely crushing it. Maybe he's crushing that steak at Longhorn Steakhouse. Maybe he's watching this live. Happy birthday, Tim. Happy 67. You should be proud. Like I said, you did good exercising. I bet Kukasan defends Tim and Tammy taking back the cruise tips from. Oh, absolutely. It was a religious move. God was blessing them back that money. Didn't you know that? All right, guys. I had a blast tonight. I know I look a hot mess, but that's okay. I was gonna wear this one night. I was gonna go live one night, and I was gonna wear the mistletoe. Now it's out of sync, so that's no good. I'm gonna try to see. Tomorrow night I will not be going live because I'm going out to dinner. But I am thinking I will go live for New Year's Eve, and I might even be going live over the midnight hour just for fun. But it might be not Sarasota Tim. It might be Chantel. I might do somebody different. Because I don't go out. I don't go out on New Year's Eve. I go out like the day before. Because the New Year's Eve is amateur night. You don't want to be caught out with all the drunks and the police and everybody out on New Year's Eve. So I don't generally like to do that. I like to go out like for dinner or something the night before with friends or whatever. Very chill, very low key, just that sort of thing. But if I don't catch you all, and I am going to then wish you all a very happy New Year and a happy 2026, and just thank you all for all your support. Thank you, Sammy, for being here to moderate, and Catherine. And I know Angel of Glass came in. I appreciate it. I wanted to thank everybody who also came in. I know Sarasota Tim came in as a new member. So I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Lori, who gifted our good friend Carl, Bohemian Nomad, a member, Life and Vibe membership. Also, DJ Shelly Shell for that wonderful super. I appreciate it. And to David for sending the super sticker. I always appreciate it, guys. And I just want to thank everybody for everything that you all do. Yeah, no, thank you, Sammy, for getting this promoted too on X for me and stuff, and just letting people know that I was going to be here. I appreciate it. Yes, huge compliment. Timmy, back in the trailer. We're going to have to think of some new good polls for 2026. And like I said, hopefully my editor, he said by the 30th. So we'll see. I usually give him some time. God, I'm just looking at my knuckles, man. They are so swollen from the osteo today. It's terrible. I'm like, keep looking at my fingers. I apologize, guys. It just got really bad over the last couple of days. But you're welcome, Catherine. Happy New Year, Stacy. Happy New Year. New Year's Eve live event would be cool. Yes, I don't want to do that. So if that's why I stuck with the one today. I really kept to it because over Christmas, I was like, I put that one out. And then I was just like, I didn't want to have to take it and reset it back up. So yes, I don't want to do that. So if I come out and I post it, it's usually because I pretty much removed it. If I postpone it, then, I would probably just take it down. I sometimes I think about it because I have lots of energy in the day and then I'm up at like 5 a.m. usually to get ready for work. So by the time I get to, 7 or 8 at night, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I got the energy to live stream. So I'm going to see because I know I have to work tomorrow and I have to work Wednesday. And I'm going out tomorrow night. And I still need to wash my scrubs tonight. Still got to do laundry, guys. But I'm like, Tim, I don't have to go to the laundromat. Mine's behind me. But thank you, guys. Paraffin wax? Oh, wow. Oh, thank you for that recommendation. I like that. Thank you. Because I've only ever, given people, the diflucanac sodium and the Tylenol arthritis. But I want to say I've heard that. Thank you. Yeah, I need to do something because it's gotten really bad. Like, it's like all the tops of my knuckles here are like all like super swollen. It's like, oh gosh. Anyway, you'll be here New Year's Eve if you go live. You're not going to be in Times Square? You don't want to watch the thingy drop? You don't want to be stuck for hours without any access to food, drinks, or toilets? I mean, that doesn't sound like the best night ever. Does the cold weather make it bad? They say it doesn't, okay? It's strange. I've read studies. There haven't been enough studies, but I swear that I am in disagreement with the studies. Because I feel like it's like every one of my top knuckles here is like super like swollen. It was like my friend who had Raynaud's syndrome as a kid. I feel like I have Raynaud's. Anyway, what torture. Yeah, that is torture. TheraBath is the best, works. Oh, TheraBath. I am going to take note of this because I listen to other people and learn. And I'm always looking for good suggestions, especially for this. I keep trying to think if they're going to get, I would hate to have my hands injected. I had an aunt who's had to have every one of her osteo was so bad. This is on my maternal side that she had to have like literally titanium put throughout her entire hand. It was so bad. And this was somebody who like always did stuff with her hands. And obviously as a nurse, you need your hands. Like, I used to be really good at starting IVs and all that good stuff. And I don't think that would, why have I got Tim so big here? Let me make him a little small. Oh my God, look at my hair, guys. All right. That's the sign that I need to go to red wine. Do I soak it or drink it? See, I've never been a fan of red wine. That's the problem. It's always afterwards. All right, guys. I'm going to say goodbye because I'm going to hold up my hair like this. All right, everyone. Look, I got as many sad cards as Tim. Voltaren. That's what I usually get. I'm just going to have to go get some Voltaren, aren't I? I ran out. That's the problem. I had some at the house and I ran out. Because now you can actually get it over the counter, which is fantastic. You don't have to get the prescription. It's actually cheaper over the counter. Anyway, you drink it. Oh, a New Zealand Pinot. Okay, that might not be so bad. I don't like it if it's too dry. Some lotion with CBD. Taking THC with CBD will help you don't worry. Yeah, I can't do that. I'm a nurse. I get drug tested. Yeah, I used to use the Voltaren, but you have to be careful with it because it's difluconate sodium. So you have to actually, if you know, with patients who had, like, you can see them on here, patients who had heart conditions, you can't give that medication easily. So, and then obviously you're not going to use ibuprofen, which is the better thing for inflammatory because, you know, ibuprofen's got its issues too. So Tylenol, but Tylenol, frankincense oil with coconut oil. Oh my gosh, I'm getting all sorts of recommendations here. Anything's got to be better than me just doing this. All right, guys. I really appreciate the support. And just, I really appreciate it. I'll do my girl world love heart. All right, guys. Have a good night. Don't take too much Ambien and Oduls, Tim. All right, bye.